I'm never real.
No.
Not
To
today.
be, I mean, do I think? Therefore, do I be?
Do I am?
I meant to ask other questions and then I fell asleep. And then
Am
I
I
woke
what?
up after the start time.
That's a mood.
Wow.
Hope it wasn't important because I can't remember what it was anymore.
That's okay. I was surely gonna do something before the session started, and I don't remember what it is. So,
That means it didn't count.
yeah, surely.
I was supposed to do many things today, and none of them got done.
I wasn't. Today is my day off.
Nice.
Ooh.
Congrats. You guys ever
Alright.
fall asleep during D&D?
No.
No.
I see.
Well,
That happened to me. That happened to me
Technically,
twice
you
on
long
Sunday.
rest in D&D, so yes.
That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about you wake up and everybody's going, "Okay, Jacob, are you back? Can you roll initiative for us?" And you have to sit there pretending that you are fully cognizant and aware of what's happening at the current moment.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, never happened.
No, I see. Anyway,
I
what happened last
but I
time?
don't think I've fallen asleep.
Really
Anyway,
unrelated.
I'm laying down in bed.
last time, if you guys recall, you are all back in Effie's house. She has just wandered out, saying that she's gonna be gone for camping for pretty much the evening. And she will be back with your brazier, Simon. And yeah, you guys are just sitting around the house, having previously visited Aiko's, basically memory and trade emporium, and you got the incense, sort of all the herbs that you need.
Ouronos,
What?
can I have an idea?
Yes, you can have an idea.
Thank you. Can you help me with my idea?
You are not
No.
committing war crimes.
Uh-huh. I'm confused. Anyway, Ouronos, can you pour water into the spoon and then have the spoon overflow into my mouth?
Yeah, I can try that. I start
Alright, perfect.
doing that.
Okay.
Oh, do I taste chocolate milk?
Is that Simon's favorite drink?
Yes.
Then yes.
This is wonderful. Simon is just sitting there.
Okay. Simon and Ouronos construct a small fountain. Simon, how much chocolate milk water do you consume?
I need you to understand here. Simon's eyes are far bigger than his stomach. And
Okay.
there is always a second stomach just for sweet treats.
Okay.
I would say if you are about to make Simon roll a Constitution saving throw, I would say that he would fail.
I mean, I'm not going to, but at some point you do start feeling like jelly.
Simon lays down on the ground because they feel intensely full. They do not close their mouth, though.
I do stop pouring once laid down.
Yeah.
At
Simon is
least
very
you're very
sleepy.
hydrated.
And sleepy now.
Yeah, it is approaching sort of the later evening. If you guys recall, you did return to Effie's sort of in the late afternoon, and you were debating on whether or not you wanted to go to the castle this evening or try tomorrow.
I think we should try tomorrow.
Good idea from
Because
Simon for once. I whisper under
Because
my breath.
Because tomorrow, I will have a rat.
It's because the child is sleepy.
I thought Effie wasn't going to bring your brazier until the day after.
I thought that tomorrow she was going to get the brazier.
Yes, but she might not be back tomorrow.
Okay. I propose tomorrow.
Do you really want...
I think we should go today. I think it'll be more interesting to go at night than early in the morning, right? We could get a night rest there and see what it's like.
For us to do that, we would need to trade one of the memories.
Hmm.
Now, which memory would we trade?
Because we got rid of
Is
the
it-
marbles.
Is it one memory each person or one memory for all of us?
Weren't
We
the
don't know.
glasses? Did we trade away the glasses?
Yeah, we traded away the
Yes.
glasses.
I'm just asking because I didn't actually write down what we traded away.
The
We
glasses and
traded the
marbles.
marbles and the glasses.
Yeah.
So we still have the mask to trade.
I don't wanna.
And the spoon and stick.
We're keeping the spoon.
Okay, good.
Think about it like this: do you really want the big bad evil guy to have the big bad evil mask?
He wouldn't be very effective. I mean, counterpoint. He wouldn't be very effective at. If he had to wear it, then he wouldn't be very effective at leading because then he would have to lie.
But there's a lot of ways to lie.
Well, if a servant comes up to you
Just
and
like there's
says,
a lot of ways to technically tell the truth.
"Do you want ice cream?" How do you technically say yes?
I wouldn't be opposed.
So, are you guys gonna spend the night here then?
Sounds
I-
I'm
like
already
it,
full and
yes.
eepy.
Yeah, I don't think we have something good to get rid of.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, you guys can spend the evening at Effie's. If there's anything anyone wants to do in particular, you can. But you know, it's a relatively quiet night. You guys can sort of curl up in the little locations you have been on the floor and get some rest. If you guys took damage last session, make sure you reset it, including spell slots and all of the like. And you guys wake up the next day to the fake sun.
I wave to it.
Okay, you can just like wave at the crevice that's in the wall.
Yep. I have a new idea.
What's your idea?
What if the sun is just one giant glow beetle? Could I add it to my bug collection?
Theoretically.
Sure, child.
I have a quick question. If I wake up a little bit earlier than other people,
Sure.
okay, because I trance instead of fully sleep. I want to leave and go back to the store and see if the girl is still there with the
Okay.
magic items.
How early are you getting up? Are you getting up like before the artificial sun has cast any light, or are you just like getting up at the crack of dawn? Like,
I'm going to get up. I would say crack of enough time to probably she's open, but before anyone's waking up, if that's possible.
okay, yeah, you can get up sort of at the crack of dawn before anyone else would be getting up. I mean, you don't necessarily have to keep a sleep schedule here, so everyone kind of sleeps in at their leisure if they want to. But you can go show up to Aiko's front door. You see it's mostly closed, but you can see her floating around in there. There's definitely still like a blanket that's like floating half above her head. She looks like she's very much like just going through the motions of pretending to be awake.
Okay. I will like. Is the door open? Sorry.
You try the door handle. Yeah, it is open. It's not propped open like it was yesterday, but it's open.
I'll slide in. Hello. Good morning.
Huh? What? Who is it? It's morning.
Sure is. You know, I had a quick question. From yesterday, yeah.
She's gonna like rub her eyes like furiously and just blink at you a couple times and be like, "Oh yeah, you are from yesterday. Yeah, what's your
I am
question?"
from yesterday. So I was wondering, you don't happen to have any like journals or blank journals or know people that sell notebooks?
Notebooks. She's gonna like smack herself on the head twice, like she's trying to wake up. And she's gonna like run behind the counter and she's going to pull out what doesn't appear to be a notebook, but like a weird like plank of wood that she's gonna turn over in her hands several times. You don't see anything on this plank of wood. You don't understand why she's doing this, and she's gonna go, there might be a couple of those floating around the settlement as like, one-off kind of blank memories. I could probably get my hands on one pretty easily. Why are you looking for that?
Because I need one.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's easily arranged. I assume you want it to be a memory. There's not many people with just a normal notebook around here.
Yeah, memory preferably, of course. Yeah.
Yes, we could potentially do that. You'd have to give me a little bit of time to acquire one. I'd have to go and trade with someone, but I have some thoughts. What do you have to trade for the notebook?
Well, I don't know, as I was saying yesterday, if there's ever a favor that you need, I'd be happy to, cash that in. Or, if you want something more concrete, then we'll hold the stick that was in his hair.
Yeah, the stick would be a fine trade. In terms of favor, I don't really have any that I need right now necessarily. She'll look you up and down. It'll take me probably a day at least to procure this anyway. If you're headed into the castle, will you deliver something for me?
Yeah, of course. What is it?
She's gonna duck back behind the counter, and she's gonna pull out what appears to be like a parcel. You could only call it that. It's kind of like almost the size of a book, but it's definitely not book shaped. It kind of looks like it's sort of like squishy at the edges, and it's more like soft in the way that it's wrapped. It's like a bright red sort of packaging. It's not quite like a cray paper material, but something like that, and it's tied with this very like sad looking piece of twine. And she's gonna hand it to you.
Okay. I will take it. Does it feel like anything I can recognize?
You're feeling it a little bit. It's pretty light. It feels almost like there's something fabric inside of it.
Okay.
If you'll deliver this to Lady Song for me, it would save me quite a trip.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, just something that she ordered. She'll kind of like wave her hand in the air.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go about procuring the notebook for you in exchange. Saving me a trip to the castle is always a headache.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't she know she knows to expect this from you?
Oh yeah, just hand it to her. She'll know exactly where it comes from. She knows everything.
Everything? She knows everything?
Well, not everything, but she's a daughter of the Queen of Song.
Right. Uh-huh. All right. Thank you. Should I come back here or for my item or?
Oh yeah, come back here. Probably not until tomorrow, like mid to late afternoon, but honestly anytime after that pickup is fine. I'll just hold it for you.
Okay. If for some reason I don't come back, could you try to flag me down?
Sure. I mean, where are you staying exactly?
Effie. Yeah. We're staying with Effie, I think. Do you know?
Oh, you're staying with Effie? The blanket that's flying over her head is gonna she's gonna lose some level of concentration. She's gonna flop over her like she's a blanket ghost, and you hear from under the blanket that makes sense.
Is there something I should know about Effie?
No, you guys just have a certain way about you, and Effie has the same way about her. She's gonna pull the blanket off the top of her head.
Is that a compliment?
If you take chaos as a compliment.
Could be beneficial, I suppose.
It's certainly not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Unless you get yourself into trouble.
We would never.
I definitely believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, is there anything else I can do for you?
I think that would be it.
All right, well, I'll be here, and good luck with the castle. Oh, word to the wise. Remember that creepy guy that I told you about?
The like left hand man of Gunlong, is that right? That guy?
Yeah, stay away.
Stay away. Why?
He's creepy.
But I mean, if you know enough to say he's creepy, give me a little bit more to go off of.
Well, he's old, and I've heard that he has a really, really weird ability. And I've heard that he's a murderer.
A murderer.
Yeah, but I have
Okay.
no evidence to actually back that up. It's just rumors, and there's always rumors going around here with people who don't actually live in the castle.
Okay. Murderer and ability like kind of like read your mind ability or like
Oh, I don't
invisibility
know.
ability. What ability?
I'm not sure, but every once in a while there's someone who goes up to challenge, Gunlong and his, rule, and every once in a while they, get through whatever sad guard he sends their way. And then, they send him, and well, let's just say no one's won that duel yet.
So the best way through Gunlong also must be through that guy.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna fight Gunlong, then really you'd have to take out mostly, his right and his left hand. And no one's gonna necessarily step up to help with either of those plates, but like I said, take out those three, more or less everyone will follow, because they don't quite have the power to question anyone aside from those three.
Okay.
I mean, assuming Lady Song doesn't just take over.
Maybe she should.
She would if she wanted the bloodshed, but probably not.
Well, that's valuable information. Keep an eye out for the creepy guy.
Yeah, stay
I will
away.
point to my eyes and stay away. Okay. Thanks. He'll kind of hesitate. Yeah, thanks.
No problem. She'll go to wave at you and realize that that's going to be incredibly ineffective, and she'll pat you on the shoulder and then basically go back to what she was doing.
Okay. And I will try to get back before anyone wakes up. And
Okay,
probably
yeah.
trip a little bit on the way.
You can sort of trip on your way out the door, and you could scurry back. It takes you a minute to sort of register where Effie's house is and find the big hole in the wall, but you sort of show up as Simon is waving at the big hole. Simon, you're waving at the hole, and then in comes Ben.
Oh my gosh, hi Ben. I've had a so you know how they were talking about that creepy. I think that creepy old guy. I think he's the salt of the earth. I think that he must. All the rumors must be false.
Salt of the earth?
Yeah.
Like the river?
Anyway, so the non-canon Simon interaction.
The
I just-
river's crazy happy.
Oh my gosh, Ben! Where have you been? I've missed you.
I've been here. I don't know what you mean. You were asleep.
You just walked in.
No, I've been here the whole time.
No, you walked in.
I mean, I did walk in at some point. Yes.
Simon gets very teary-eyed, but you weren't here when
Ben,
I woke up.
You just walked in.
Then you realize Simon can't lie, right?
He can't lie?
Simon can't lie.
What's lying?
How was I supposed to know that?
He told us.
He
I
did?
don't remember that.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, someone want to open this and tell me what's in it? Thanks.
What is it?
It's a whatever Ella describes it as. A package.
Yeah. Ben pulls out what appears to be almost a book-sized package that seems to be wrapped in this red, not quite crinkled gift wrap paper with a sad piece of twine that's tying it closed.
Just a
Yeah,
little bit of
cool.
let's open it and see what's inside and then put it back
Okay.
together.
Why?
So Hold on. So, like, we were not told that this was a gift. So, like, Edith's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, sure, you bought something for the party. Okay, let's see," and
wait. Be
starts
careful.
to unwrap it. Why would I be careful? You bought
It's
this.
in
Is
there.
it?
What
It's
if
a
it's
surprise
explosive?
for the part. Why would there be an explosive?
There's a bomb?
Ben, what did you
Simon
buy?
walks over excitedly.
I didn't buy anything.
If you didn't buy it, then
Were
where
you
did you get
given
it?
this?
It was gifted. For someone. Anyway, what's it? What is it?
For
For
someone? That means it's
someone,
not for you.
Well, I'm waiting until Edith's opening it to say that.
I
Yeah, like as Edith like finishes unwrapping this thing, she's
Alright.
just like, "It's not for you."
Edith, if you're unwrapping this thing, are you doing this carefully or are you just opening it?
I mean, well, she was just opening it.
Okay. Yeah.
Careful. We have to put it back.
Edith was not careful.
Okay.
Edith, roll me a flat d20.
13.
Okay.
That was
yeah.
I will point out that was one face off from being a 1.
You open this basically like wrapped piece of, like almost parchment. And inside, you find what appears to be a very like deep red looking kimono.
What is it? What is it?
It's a kimono. Who's this
Oh.
for? Because I'm assuming this wasn't for you or any of us.
I mean, it
Hey,
could be.
You
But
don't
no,
need
no,
to
no,
question
okay.
his choices. If he wants to change, he can.
Yeah, I've been wearing the same clothes for a while.
But this, like, I'm assuming that, like, is it
No, it's not for me. Okay, put
the-
it back.
is it on the fancy end?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's some like gold trim that's embroidered on it, a bunch of like little small, like sort of like wavy designs. You don't think that this is done by hand though. Edith, if you were to wager a guess, this is something that the nightmare spell created.
This is rich. So,
Okay,
like,
put it back.
okay.
I just
And-
wanted to know what was in it.
Okay, well, Edith is I guess putting it back. What's the concern? How did you get this?
I could give it to me to give to you know her name.
If it's
Person
for
of
Lady
place,
Song,
location.
The woman
Yeah.
in the castle. Was it? Yeah,
if it's for Lady
that's all.
Song,
Lady Song. Yeah. Yeah, that was
HOA
it.
help me.
Here, I'll put it back. I'll help. Hold it back, or just put the wrapping back on.
Okay, well, yeah, Edith will. Ooh, Edith will tie it back up.
Okay,
As-
Edith,
as well as possible.
make me a sleight of hand check to see how well you put the package back to its original state.
Sleight of hand 16.
Okay, you think you did a fairly decent job.
If there are any terrors or anything, I will also cast mending.
Okay.
To
There
try
are
and
some
patch it up.
there are like, little crinkles and like pieces of like, almost like gift wrap that weren't there before, but you can like kind of smooth some of those out with mending.
Can I like give it a once over to make sure it looks not super tampered with?
Sure, make me an investigation check, Ouronos.
Um, 16.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of like you're looking at it, you've handled a lot of like nice fabrics and things and folded a lot of stuff in your day. There's a little bit of it where you're like, you can tell that Edith definitely didn't wrap it probably the same way it was originally wrapped, but like you'd have to really know what you're looking at to be able to tell.
Okay. I'm gonna start mentally preparing a speech for "I'm sorry we opened this."
Okay.
Okay, I'll take it back.
Okay.
Give me. Okay. And I gotta hold on to this. It's important. Anyway, we're going into the castle, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are we trading to get in?
Oh.
That's a good question.
We'll give up the stick. I summoned the stick.
The chopstick.
No, the funny stick.
the heavy stick.
The fast. The heavy.
Oh, the staff. Like the
Yeah.
the
I
quarter
think
staff.
that
Okay.
one's too rare to give up.
We
We don't
could
really
go-
have much.
we could go kill some monsters and then go in the midday.
We could always give up the quiver of arrows or the chopstick in Ven's hair.
That's true. We could give up the chopstick.
Okay, and I desummoned the staff.
Chopstick, or honestly, it seems like it's like anything, right? Like we go out, bonk a couple guys on the way, even. Is it on the way?
No.
Can someone build me a map, a physical map that I can touch?
No.
Make grabby hands. Oh.
If you find me some wax and a piece of paper, yes.
Fair enough, I guess. No clay.
The chopstick then? Is that the play?
So it's chopstick to get in for all of us?
Well, we'll have to check
Okay.
with the gate guards.
I mean, that's what Aiko seems to have implied. Look, maybe they take in groups. Worth asking about. Come on.
Okay.
And Edith will start shuffling out the door.
Okay, Edith, are you going out the side like crevice in the wall, or are you trying to move the door again?
She was embarrassed from last time, so she's just going out the side.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can make your way out of Effie's house, sort of like climbing through the side of the wall. And you guys can make your way back towards where you just came from, Ven, all the way like towards Aiko's shop. And you guys can like sort of walk up the little stretch of the way from her shop to where the gate is. And standing on either side of the gate are in fact two gate guards that kind of walk closer upon your approach.
Hello there, child. And Edith will like wave one of the gate guards open. Be like, I believe that there seems to be some toll for entering the castle. We just have some questions. We do have a memory. Will one memory be sufficient for me and my companions?
One of the two guards will they'll exchange looks, and one of them will walk up to you, and he's gonna smile. And he'll say, pleasure to meet you. I haven't seen you around, these parts much. I suppose the castle at all, though. Typically, we do a memory per guest in the castle, but we always make exceptions for everyone's first time. We can offer a one-night stay in luxury here, and then, after that, we expect people to work a little bit for it. But, I don't see why not. We could do one memory for all of you.
Oh, thank you very much. I did not know what the formalities were here, so we're still trying to get our bearings. So I appreciate the leniency, and then we'll sort of Ven on the shoulder for the chopstick.
Does it sound like they're telling the truth? Like, is there an entry fee for entering during the day?
Well, 2 people have now asked me this. Yeah, anyone who wants to can roll insight.
Well, like my specific question is like, can I tell if he's lying?
Oh, I see. No, he's not lying.
And then
16 for insight.
Yeah, well, let me.
I rolled a 19 for insight. I don't know what my modifier is. I think 2.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay. Edith, this guy seems pretty friendly, surface level. You do feel like there's like something a little off about him. Ven and Ouronos, you think that while this guy is stating facts to some degree, he's like a little too like sugary sweet. Like you can tell he's like laying it on to some degree. You think that there's probably some level of like ulterior motive there.
So what is it you like actually want, you know? What do you actually want for here?
Is Ben just straight up asking
Yeah.
this?
Uh-huh. People aren't like that. Whatever you got going.
Well, what do you mean?
Trust me, like sees like. What do you want? What are you going for?
Like see
You seem like you're up to something. I know that well.
Well, between you and me, I suppose, once you stay in the castle once, most people don't want to leave.
And you? You stay in the castle? You don't want to leave?
Oh yes, I mean, I'm a guard. I get, privileges to be in the castle. I don't have to pay the memory fee. I just work for them instead. That's, not my problem, but, the people up there live in great, luxury and safety in the castle, and once you haven't lived out here for very long, it's nice to have a solid roof above your head and nice blankets to sleep under.
How
So what's
does
the
one apply
consequence?
to be a guard?
Oh, well, you swear some level of loyalty to Gunlong. You have to show proficiency in your ability to basically, maintain a civil situation and, a deft hand in a fight. Quite a couple of different ways. Some of them came with him, most of his closest confidants.
So would you fight for Gunlong if you had to? Or are you just in it for the, nice sheets?
Well, isn't anyone in it for the nice sheets?
Okay. And
Thank you for being honest with me, lad, and
Well, of course.
humoring
I
our
mean, I
inquiries.
have more of your future memory payments to look forward to the longer you'd like to spend here.
do you pocket
Edith
them?
will just like clap Ven on the on the shoulder and be like, well, thank you, child. And then we'll just like start shuffling through.
Okay.
With just a fully expecting Ven to make payment.
Mm-hmm. So I'll take it. I'll like hold the chopstick out.
Okay.
And-
The guard will like reach out to take it from your hand.
Okay. As he tries to pull on it, I'll hold on to it and be like, "Do you pocket these then? Your benefit, or what do they end
No,
up?
but I get kickback for it.
Kickback? Like credit?
Yeah, more or less.
I'll wait until kind of like everybody's gone by, and it's just Ven.
Okay. Well, he'll take the stick from you first and foremost, and he'll kind of like look at it, and then he will basically, have the memory sort of disappear. You get a sense that he like basically put it in his, like ethereal magic pocket of sorts. And he'll wave at the other guard who will open the gate behind him, and he'll gesture you guys through.
And I'll wait till again most people are going on and be like, how do you sign up as a guard?
Well, you can go speak to either our captain, the left hand of Gunlong, or potentially even Gunlong himself. Although I will say they're not necessarily taking more guards right now. They, everyone and their mother wishes they could like rest in loyalty up there. But every once in a while they make an exception for someone who is deftly skilled with a sword, someone who they think is really beneficial or truly loyal. So you could try
Okay.
your luck.
And what about, when there's vacancies?
Well, every once in a while we get someone, running off to the Dark City and just, getting themselves killed by a nightmare creature or two. And sometimes they care about the vacancies and sometimes they don't. It kind of depends on, how many people are on the Forgotten Shore, if we've lost a lot, or if there's more influx of new people coming in.
Okay. What's your name?
Oh, Samus.
I like that. I like coming with that in the spot.
That's the insight check.
Thanks, Samus. And then we'll draw after the others. Guys, wait, I can't see. Guys.
Ouronos, were you listening to any of the level of that conversation?
Yes.
Okay, I'll message you.
Awesome.
Okay.
As like Ven's coming up to us, I'll like whisper that in his ear.
Oh, okay. Then you can shoot out a message.
Sweet. If I can find my DMs.
But yeah, the walk before you guys is sort of a long snaking road that, while it is sort of well established, is not necessarily paved. It's more like sort of a loose gravel road that sort of winds its way up this slope, all the way up to what appears to be this big castle. And as you guys approach, it is a little bit bigger and foreboding than you were originally expecting from sort of down the hill. Even from its size in the distance, you can tell it's a big castle. It feels like it's bigger than it should be when you get there. The walls are sort of like a very dark stone, which you can see as sort of brick inlaid all the way up to the top of sort of these big, spiring towers. And there is a big sort of front door that is opened at the moment. And inside you can see some people shuffling about. There's not a ton, but there's some people who appear to be carrying various linens. Someone who's carrying what appears to be a big pot of something, and they're both sort of scurrying back and forth. And then there appears to be a pair of guards that are sort of walking towards the back, having a conversation, and then just some person who just happens to be walking by. He looks like he has some armor on him, and he's carrying a spear over one shoulder. You get a sense that he's some level of a hunter. They're all walking through this big main hallway.
I wink at the hunter.
Okay. Ouronos, make me a charisma check. You can pick if you want to do a performance or a persuasion or anything like that. What's your vibe of wink?
Performance, you say?
Yeah.
That is a 23.
Okay, a 23. You wink at this man, and he looks you up and down. And he's gonna give you a very a very strong nod. You get the sense that he's somewhere along the line acknowledged that you are in fact a warrior.
I nod back and continue on with the group.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are stepping into this great hall. It's, long. There's nice carpet in here. It it has definitely seen better days. It's faded, but it's not falling apart like anything that's in Effie's place. The tables seem to be sort of well maintained. There's vases that don't contain any flowers that sort of stretch down a lot of these like different like basically sections of the hall. And there's two sort of big grand staircases that look like they go upwards and then branch into different wings up at the top.
I guess we
think our
can.
idea would work.
What idea?
Simon,
We're-
did you have an idea?
I did have an idea. Hello. Or DM.
Yes.
Are there shadows around? Many shadows?
You're looking around, yeah. I mean, this place is decently well lit, but it's not like, you know, blindingly bright or anything. And here there's shadows that cling to the walls and under tables and, you know, various other natural shadows.
Well, I was talking with Nomis? And I just thought, what if I pretended like my whole thing was I don't have a shadow, and I just leave my shadow in the castle, and it, like, spies on people.
That'd be interesting. Wait, can your shadow hear things?
I try to perceive through my shadow senses.
Okay, just while you're standing there.
Yep.
Okay.
Can
I
I hear
mean-
things?
You're looking through the eyes of your shadow right now, looking up at all of you guys.
But am I hearing through the ears of my shadow?
I don't know. Is anyone saying anything?
I'll start talking at the shadow, like, hey, little shadow guy.
You seem to be hearing just fine, Simon.
The seem to be makes me think I'm just hearing what Simon is hearing, and I'm displeased by this. I heard it.
Like, put your shadow somewhere else then,
Oh.
and see if you can hear.
If I put my shadow into, like, I don't know, the shadow of a wall, and then it kind of, like, creeps along the wall, is it visible?
No. If your shadow like sort of merges with another like a greater shadow, then no, it's just like a shadow in a shadow, you know?
I look up at Ouronos. Okay.
Can you hear anything?
I plug my ears and attempt to hear through my shadow.
Okay, but where did you send your shadow? Is it still in the room and just up against a wall?
Up against the wall, yeah.
Okay. Or no, so you're starting to talk again?
Yeah.
Simon, you feel like you can hear just fine.
Even with my ears plugged? Let's go. Okay, guys, this will work 100%. There will be no downsides, no problems whatsoever. This is not a totally stupid idea that we will get caught for.
I definitely believe you.
Raise eyebrow at Simon and just like shake my head. Anyways, perhaps we should see. Van, where does this package go again?
Lady Song?
Perhaps we should ask someone where we can find her. Unless you want to search the whole place.
Well, like, what do people normally do when they come here, right?
If she's Lady Song, she'll be where the music is.
Edith is just gonna like pull like one of the bustling people aside and be like, where might we find Lady Song?
Are you pulling aside just like one of the like basically the handmaidens who's carrying like a stack of like linens?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll stop and she'll look you guys up and down and she'll be like, "Oh, you haven't been helped yet, have you?"
No, we haven't. But we have a delivery.
Okay. She is going to turn down sort of the long hallway that's outstretched before you. And she's gonna like basically just wave her hand in the air. And as she does this, you have like 2 seconds of very just like empty silence. And then you see another girl sort of scurrying at top speed down the hallway. She's kind of like tripping over the bottom of her own robes, and like her slippers are like barely staying on her feet. And
Oh,
she like
no.
stumbles into the room up to you guys. She's like kind of like panting. And so the other girl will just kind of nod to her and go back to walking in the direction that she was going to be in. And she's going to go, I am so sorry. I was doing stuff, welcome to the castle. She'll sort of like right herself, and she's gonna do like a little tiny curtsy.
Oh, thank you, child. Yes. So you can tell us where, or show us where Lady Song is.
Wait, no, I want to know why are people here? What's the benefit, right? Everyone's like, wow, castle's so cool. Castle's so cool? Why?
Well,
It's a castle.
you get safety during the evening. You get to sleep in a real bed with real rooms. I'll show you to your rooms right now. We can talk along the way. She'll kind of gesture.
Thank you.
And of course, we do have people who work in the castle as cooks, so all meals are provided for.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, quite a few people enjoy the safety of the castle. If we're gonna be here forever, you might as well, live in comfort, or so they say. She's gonna start walking up one of the staircases. She like trips halfway up and like kind of stumbles and catches herself on a railing and keeps going. And she's gonna basically hang a hard left up on the second floor, and take you guys partway down this sort of like long wing of doors. And eventually she'll gesture towards several rooms. She's gonna say, I assume you each want your own room, unless you're looking for some together.
No, separate is will do. Thank you.
I'll
Yes,
stay
of
with
course.
Simon.
Oh.
Roommates.
Okay, well in that
A
case,
high five.
starting at
Yeah.
this door, she'll like gesture to a door, and then these 4 doors in a row. She'll just like gesture at the next couple. Each of you can just take a room for the evening. All the linens are clean. And if you need anything, there is a small bell that's on the night table. You can ring it, and one of the handmaidens will come help you.
Thank you, child.
Yes, of course. As for Miss Song, well, we can deliver a message to her, but people don't just, walk up to Miss Song.
Like a lot of
So
wind.
there's something that has to be hand delivered to her, and I don't trust it to get, accidentally fall into the wrong hands or get lost on the way. So
Oh, well, may I see it?
yeah, and then we'll show the package.
Yeah, she'll like look up and down, and she'll kind of nod. Aiko's handiwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will deliver the message that there is a package for her. She might be caught up right now. I'll see what I can do.
Sometime today. I'm no rush from us.
She'll kind of nod at you. Anything else?
I was wondering what all there is to do in the castle.
Well, live your life in the safety and luxury of the castle, I suppose. We take care of most everything here, and the guards are here for your protection. If you go down to sort of the dining area, back to the initial when you came in, and then you hang an immediate right, you can get food as you need. There's a couple of game rooms where you can go and socialize with whoever else is in the castle. Some people prefer to use sort of the backgrounds to do some level of combat training, exercise, whatever the hunters like to do in their free time. We usually ask that people don't go into the kitchen to serve the kitchen staff, but they're usually never against visitors. The big thing is I wouldn't wander straight past sort of the direction that you came in. That's where sort of, the main throne room, as it were, is, and they tend to hold the more important meetings and stuff in there. Very closed door,
How many people are in the castle?
Oh, right now, I'm not sure. We had some guard turnover recently, and then we picked up a few more handmaidens. I could maybe get you a rough estimate, but I'd say probably like Well, I don't know, like 60?
And there's enough like room and space for
Oh, yes. I mean, it's a
a lot.
full-sized castle.
Do you know most of the people that work here, or seems small?
Oh, she'll like kind of tuck her hair behind her ear. I mean, I know most of the handmaidens. We kind of try and stay away from the guards and most anyone as much as possible.
Why is that?
Well, most of us aren't exactly skilled at combat, and well, most of the guards aren't quite the kindest people.
I like solemnly nod for
Yeah.
her.
Edith will frown. And what is your name, child?
Oh, my name is Tura.
Huh? DM, was that Tara?
Tura, Tura. Tura.
Thank you. Trying to remember names is not my strong suit, so writing it down helps. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, child.
Yes, it was nice to meet you as well. If you need anything again, feel free to ring the bell. You can request me specifically if you need.
Thank you, Tura.
She'll nod. And then, unless anyone's stopping her, she's gonna scurry back down the hall at top speed.
I give her a friendly wink.
Okay. She looks very taken aback and just like doesn't know what to do with this, and she's going to blush really aggressively and also scurry down the hall.
Oh,
Simon waves goodbye.
Okay.
so I guess we wait.
I'll be right back. For technical difficulties, I'm bleeding profusely.
Oh, take care of
Oh.
yourself.
Oh, that was not a okay.
I never know anymore because earlier he messaged me that he had an emergency, and I was like, "What's the emergency?" And he's like, "My hair is tangled. How do you deal with long hair?" So
Interesting. I mean, bleeding profusely sounds like it might be a little bit more dire than tangled hair,
yeah, we will see.
possibly.
It's probably a paper cut.
Yeah.
I tuck Simon in for his nappies.
Okay. Are you going into the room then?
Yeah.
Yeah, you open any of these doors, and you're met with a very sort of lavish room before you.
I'm back
you
with
can-
cause.
Wonderful.
Oh my gosh. You could tell that these rooms truly are like rooms that you would see in like the level of nobility sort of castle that you would establish like in your world. Like they have these big, very nice canopy beds and sort of like draped, like basically like pillows sort of along these nice couches. You can tell that there's a desk, although it's very empty in the room. Most of these rooms have some level of wardrobe and a vanity with like a kind of mirror on it. And you can tell that everything in here is old or once was, but for the most part you think that a lot of it has been sort of refurbished and very like nicely upkept.
I like flop onto the bed and just like breathing a sigh of fresh linens.
Yeah, you flop onto the bed. Yes, you can tell everything like smells like it's been freshly washed, and the bed is like super soft. It like you bounce a little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can we build a fort?
The beds are already kind of a fort of their own.
Can
He narrows
I?
his eyes and says, "That's acceptable for tonight."
Can I like go around whatever doors close? Go into the whatever doors closest to me. And does it feel like there's any like magic? Is there anything going on? I'm not casting a spell right now. Just vibes. Why are people staying?
Do you want to make an arcana check, or are you looking for like an investigation? Like what's your level of vibe check?
Probably Arcana, anything that would make people like want to stay other than just like basic comforts.
Okay, sure. Make me an Arcana check as you're just like walking around one of these rooms.
I realize I need something flat to roll on. Hey. Rolling on a bed doesn't work very well. Oh, I'm not gonna know anything.
Yay, we're not gonna know anything.
I'm so sorry. You said Arcana?
Yeah.
2.
It's a very nice bedroom, Ven. You like can feel how soft the like, the linens on the bed are.
It's a
Squishy
memory
bed.
foam mattress, Ven.
Yeah.
Faceplant.
You can whale flop
Please.
on the bed. Yeah.
I get it. It is a cozy bed.
How dark is it as night falls here?
Pretty
It's a
dark.
li-
I mean, technically it's pretty dark throughout the day as well if it wasn't for like the artificial sun, and even then the sun is never getting to be overhead because it doesn't really move. And so because of that, it's not particularly light ever.
I see.
And it's still morning, right?
Yes, it's pretty early in the morning. Like you didn't leave at the crack of dawn, but it's like decently early.
So what is the plan now?
Well,
Investigate, right?
I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't recall us eating this morning. So I was going to check out this kitchen first and then see if there's a library to be had. Maybe also see if there's any interesting writing or pictures along the walls.
Yeah.
I second the
Play?
kitchen motion.
Snacks.
Edith's stomach growls.
Okay. Are you guys headed to the kitchen? Are you headed to the dining area? Silver, are you going straight to the library? What are you guys actually doing?
I think we should go to the dining area.
Yeah.
Edith is heading to the dining area.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can head sort of back down the staircase from whence you came and hang that sort of immediate right. And you guys enter what appears to be a pretty nice dining area. It's like sort of there's a couple of tables that look sort of buffet style lined up sort of along the walls. And there's sort of a big long table in the middle. You don't think it could fit like everyone eating at one point in time. But you can see there's like a lot of place settings sort of lined up, and there's a couple of handmaidens that are sort of standing off to either side, looking like they're there to serve anyone who sort of needs stuff in the room. But you can look at sort of the spread on the tables on either side, and you see like there's a good amount of meal that's prepped here. There's some type of meat, almost you'd almost call it chicken, that has some sort of herby something on it. There's some what appears to be like maybe those are dinner rolls. You don't think you've seen dinner rolls in the Nightmare Realm since you got here, but those might be dinner rolls. And just like something that looks kind of like some weird mush at the end of the table. There's definitely a stew on the far end.
Simon sees bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's bread.
Edith is gonna
Oh my god, there's bread.
like take like, is it sort of like a buffet?
Yeah, it looks like a buffet.
Okay, cool. So Edith is just gonna like take a bowl of stew and a roll.
Okay, yeah, you can take a bowl of stew and a roll. And Edith, you sit down. You try this stew. It's really good. And the roll is in fact a nice warm bread roll.
Can I like Arcana check it to see if it's similar to the tree's apples?
Sure. Yeah, make me an Arcana check, Ouronos.
Is that wisdom? Intelligence. Okay. That is a 14.
A 14. You're looking at this. You don't get any like immediate pings of magic off of it, but the thought does cross your mind, like, how are people getting flour or wheat enough to make bread in the nightmare realm?
Is there anything on the spread that looks obviously like it was meant from a nightmare creature?
You can make me an investigation check. It all looks pretty well cooked. Kind of hard to tell.
Oh, not natural 20.
Oh yeah, with a 20, you take a look at some of this like herb crusted chicken, and you think that it looks very similar to the meat that you guys pulled off of some of the stone chickens the other day.
I'm gonna eat that stuff.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty good. You've never tasted the like herby flavor that's on this chicken before. Like you're not sure what herbs there are on there, but it's well cooked.
Okay. Yummy, I say with squinted eyes.
I look a little like disappointed at Ouronos, but like, And I look at the chicken, like again, disappointing glare, like, I go.
What are we gonna do, Star?
There's other options. I go for the stew, and then I go to the rolls, being like, this is gonna make me fat, but you need to you need to indulge sometimes.
It's good for the feathers, you know?
Exactly.
Like, my logic is if it's obviously food from our world, how did they get it here? I'd rather eat the nightmare stuff than
I
something
see.
conjured.
I hadn't even thought of that.
It's not
That's
poisoned,
something-
right?
No.
Simon's plate is entirely 20 bread rolls.
No.
It doesn't look weird. It's not poisoned, right? Ben's
can
kind of
make-
just standing there
you can-
looking at it.
You can make me an investigation check.
Okay.
Can't paladins just detect poison? Or am I crazy?
18.
Detect?
No.
Not detect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With an 18, Ben, it looks really pristine. Like the food looks really good.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
can
see
see it.
anything like weird about it. Are you like tasting it for poison?
Yeah, yeah, tasting it. I don't think Ben can see if anything's wrong.
Yeah. You take a little taste.
I don't think
and
Ben.
you
don't think Ben can see?
you don't taste any like level of poison on it. Like you don't detect anything even when you're thinking really hard about it.
Okay. All right. I'll just grab
Edith is
whatever
gonna
then.
Edith is gonna finish her meal and then head off in search of the kitchens.
Okay. Yeah, you can finish sort of eating your stew and bread. Where are you going to look for the kitchens?
I don't know. Is there like the food that's out? I'm assuming that it like needs to be taken out by someone or like empty bowls or whatnot to be like returned. Is there, like are there like any like staff that are like kind of milling about or like going to and fro? Can I like follow them?
Yeah, if you're looking for that specifically, yes. You guys, when Simon destroys an entire plate of bread rolls, you notice that one of the handmaidens who's been standing on one of the sides of the room, she will come over and she will sort of take the empty plate, and she's going to carry it basically through a doorway in the back of the room.
Simon yells thank you as they leave.
Okay. She won't respond to you.
Oh.
Oh.
So yeah, Edith will sort of trail on towards the hallway, sort of inquisitively.
Okay. You can trail after her. She's not gonna even like turn around to like sort of acknowledge that you're there. And she's gonna keep walking down a hallway. This hallway it seems to be less decorated than the other ones in the castle. It's still like well kept. It's like a swept hallway. But it's definitely more of like a servant's level of corridors. And she's gonna go down this hallway for a stretch, and then go down sort of a small, shallow like flight of stairs. And then if you follow her down those, you find yourself in like sort of a bustling kitchen. There's not a ton of staff in here. There's maybe 5 people working right now, but they're like running around sort of frantically doing things.
Um, did anyone else follow, or is just Edith alone?
I think Ven would
Oh,
have gone.
I'll
there.
follow.
yeah, I followed you.
I
Excellent.
would even say out loud, like, Edith, where are you going? What are you doing?
Edith just sort of beckons, and it's like, to the kitchens. Just, it's strange that they have so much fresh ingredients that I wouldn't think that. I'm curious if they know or can tell us where it came from.
We should thank them for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the handmaiden who you were following will basically drop her plate off in what appears to be like the equivalent of like almost like a wash basin sink. And she'll pick up another tray of bread rolls, and she's just going to walk past you guys
Okay.
back down the hallway.
Cool. So we'll make our way into the kitchen, and just I guess sort of be like, well, the food was just incredible today. We just needed to come see how it was made.
Okay, you're just like announcing this
Compliments.
into the
Yeah.
middle of chaos of people like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
sprinting around. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you see there's quite like the 5 people in this kitchen are like in various states of like covered in like flour and weird herbs and like other things. Like there's one kid who like he's got to be a teenager. He can't probably be older than like 15, and he has his arms like up to his elbows in what appears to be like soap. Like just like in a sink, like halfway in a sink.
Mm-hmm.
And you see an older woman, not quite your age, Edith, but getting up there in the years, basically throw down basically this giant thing of dough onto the counter, and she'll dust her hands off on her like it's like a very makeshift apron. You can tell it's really not meant to be able to. It's a repurposed like some burlap sack. And she'll walk over to you guys, and she'll like reach out to shake your hand.
Edith is gonna take it and shake it firmly in kind and be like, compliments. How do you do it?
Oh, thank you. There's only so much I can do out here, minimal stuff in the nightmare realm and all, but my aspect helps me quite a bit with it, as you know. But yeah, I'd be forced to be reckoned with if I could get back to the waking world.
Fair point. So, I have so many questions though. Like your aspect is, how do you just summon the perfection of taste?
Edith, now that you're looking at this woman closer, I'll let you make me a history check.
Or what is my history? It's a +0. I got a 12.
12? Edith, it's hard to miss a face that you've known for many years before. You look this woman up and down, and you haven't seen her in maybe like a century. But you recognize her from your time in the clan Valor. She was one of the head chefs of that clan. Even in your days back in the military, she kept you all really well fed. You know this woman. Her name is Gala.
All right, Edith, with a sign of recognition, her eyes widen, just like, Gala, is that you? My. It's been an age since I've seen you in Clan Valor. What are you doing down here?
She's gonna pause, and she's gonna look you up and down, and you see like recognition spark in her eyes, and she's gonna like this woman is like strong. She's like probably stronger than you, and she's gonna like bear hug, like pick you up, Edith, and she's gonna be like, Edith, it's been so long. What are you doing here? Sorry to get you stuck out here in the land with the likes of us.
Yeah, Edith is just like gonna like pat her back and be like, "Well, you know, when you're stuck in the nightmare realm, you just have to make do."
No, I know.
Wow, like oh wow, you haven't you look like you haven't aged a day. It's just like it was yesterday.
Oh,
How have you
thank you.
been?
Oh, could be better, she says, like looking around her kitchen, but could be worse. All was well, was still like training the next generation of, I guess, kitchen folk in the clan. I was just making to open up my own sort of restaurant, train my, next of kin, and then retire when this whole nightmare business came about. So here I am, no rest for the wicked.
Yeah, fair point, fair point. I thought I was going into retirement and well, now we're here.
Far cry
Oh.
from our days in the army, albeit.
Yes, indeed. Where are my manners? And then we'll like step aside and be like, well, I seemed to not be without some good company. And this is may I introduce you to Ouronos and Simon
Hi.
and Ven and Stellalunia.
She'll look at each of you guys and sort of nod in turn. She'll say, "Pleasure. Any friend of Edith's is a friend of mine."
I give her the strongest handshake I can muster, and it's very weak.
Okay, you give her like a very weak handshake, and she like goes like you can tell she went to shake your hand with like such force, and then she realizes that it would probably like knock you over, and you can tell her like catch herself.
Wonderful.
Yeah. This is like the most buff kitchen woman you've come across in a minute.
Yeah, buff kitchen woman.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, anyway, I suppose as to your earlier question, yeah, some people got aspects that are like, good for fighting and powerful abilities. The nightmare spell, I guess, has a way with things because, it gives me gifts of cooking.
and
I can cook with ingredients that aren't quite there at all.
What
that's
happens after you eat them?
Well, I mean, you tell me. You seemingly ate my bread rolls.
They were
they're
really
delicious.
yummy. I had
Um,
Thank you.
20.
We were wondering where you got the flour for it.
Oh, I simply, pictured it being in the dough, as it were, and it was there. I can't, picture it outside of a baking recipe. It has to already sort of be in the recipe itself, and I have to know the recipe like the back of my hand to do it. But, makes for cooking in a pinch quite easy.
fair point. And what are you doing? I guess for lack of a better term, toiling away in, here in the castle.
Well,
And we'll sort of indicate and sort of glance up, like upstairs, like kind of towards the throne room.
it's certainly not ideal, is it? Well, I mean, for a time it was, the better option. The longer I'm here, the less I think it's the better option, but the more I think that there's nothing to be done about it. I got here, not long after Gunlong and his folks had sort of established rule of this place. And it seemed like, at the time they were looking for ways to sort of actually take on the Crimson Spire themselves, and the longer and longer they took with it, the less hopeful they got. And well, seems that they've given up quite as much entirely. But they never really, I guess, tried to begin with. But yeah, it's hard to find a kitchen anywhere besides here, and it's nice to just sort of be able to, cook and teach people unadulterated and safety, and not really have to worry about like watching my back or hunting for food every single day. Because I mean, I can conjure baked goods, but it doesn't stop me from needing something to base a recipe off of.
That's fair.
Not everyone got fighting abilities in this grand scheme of Nightmare.
True. Hey, so we just came from the village outside, and things seem a little bit less ideal out there.
Yeah, it's quite dire straits. It's another reason why I brought mine in here. She'll kind of gesture at sort of the rest of the baking staff that's kind of behind her.
Mm.
I did what I could for the people who got through the labyrinth with me. But yeah, far from ideal. Every once in a while, we get one of Aiko's shipments in, and we try to squirrel away some stuff out there for the rest of them. But there's only so much we can keep from the watchful eyes of the guard.
Fair point. Well, nice to see a friendly face on the inside, at least.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna be stuck here for a while. If any of you are looking for occupation in the bakery, I can probably argue some more of you in here.
Yeah, well, appreciated. We are, just between you and me, I guess we're still young and raring to go compared to all the old guard here. So we may be gearing up to actually try for the Crimson Spire, if that might pique your interest.
Well, call me a blueberry muffin, she'll say, and she's gonna pull over the nearest stool and wipe her hands off again, and she's just gonna sit down and basically just put her head in her hands and look at you and be like, how on earth do you plan on doing that?
Well, it's not going to be easy.
Easy is an understatement. You'd need an entire army of clan valor to take on the nightmare creatures at the bottom of that tower, let alone whatever the hell is in there.
As she's talking to Edith, I'm just gonna start hovering a little bit.
Hovering where?
Just in place.
Floating.
I
Yeah,
want
you
to
just
stand
start
behind
hovering.
Edith and just kind of peek out from behind while listening.
We have all plans to get out of here, and to get everyone else out of here. And it also seems to me, perhaps, that the old guard may have gotten a little, a little too settled here, for lack of a better term.
She's gonna scoff and let out the biggest loud laugh that you haven't heard in a century. She's gonna say, "That, my dear, is an understatement."
But yeah, you'd think with the amount of memories and power that that Gunlong has collected, that at some point they would be able to challenge the powers that be.
I don't know about that one. I mean, memories, yes, he's got a whole lot of them. In terms of power, I don't actually know how many powerful ones he's collected over time, but him and his guard, well, have you heard the story about how they got here?
No, not at all. Please do tell.
Well, it's all hearsay. They were here before my time, but from what I've heard, he and his two right-hand and left-hand men, and then maybe some that came with him. I don't know. I actually don't have a head count of how many were in their original party or how many they lost. Were the first to sort of end up on the Forgotten Shore. They made it through the Crimson Labyrinth, and from what I can tell, apparently there was a far more formidable beast that was guarding these shores itself. It was guarding it both in and out of the water, but it was mainly, some giant monster of the deep. And somehow he and his, two guards defeated this thing. From what I've heard, incredibly powerful. People have claimed to see the bones of it. Not sure. But the thought of it keeps a lot of people in check anyway. And so apparently he got, a lot of great, powerful warrior goods from defeating this sort of giant nightmare creature, and so he declared himself king.
And here, everyone else just seemed to fall in line.
Yes, well, he comes from some level of warrior backgrounds. There's not many who could even challenge him, and on top of, sort of all the memory that he's collected, and his right and left hand man as well, having seemingly decently powerful abilities, whatever they might be. It's not really that easy to just walk up and say, yes, we're going to overthrow the king.
Edith is gonna laugh, just like a full belly laugh at that, and be like, "Well, feel like perhaps in our youth we might have thought differently."
Yes. I mean, you know that every once in a while there's always someone who thinks to try and overthrow Anvil, but have yet to see the day.
You said people have seen the bones of this monster. Do you happen to know where the bones are?
Well, I imagine they're in the Crimson Labyrinth. If the thing was mostly aquatic, I imagine that they fought it underwater to some degree before the ocean ate everything.
Would you happen to know who the last, I guess, poor fool to try and overflow Gunlong was? Like,
Oh yeah, well, he and his people, like, if you're not gonna just do an all-out battle, they respect a duel. We've had people challenge him in the past, but to prove their worth, you have to fight his right and left-hand man, and well, let's say no one gets through either of them enough to get to him. The last person who even thought to attack him without even, actually challenging him to, a battle to the throne, I'm not sure what happened, I'll be honest. One moment they were standing there with a sword, the next moment they were on their knees, and then they were dead. Didn't lift a finger.
well, that sounds like a very powerful aspect or
Beats
memory.
me. I couldn't begin to guess if it's a memory, an aspect, or whatever any of his abilities are. Probably the only person who could tell you that is Lady Szechuan, if so.
I are you in contact with Lady Szechuan?
Oh, she looks after the handmaidens that come in and out and help us serve, so I see her here and there, but we're never particularly close with Clan Song, although she's good for what she does, despite the gripes that I have with her clan.
Right. Curious to know if that is perhaps a common end to anyone who's challenging.
Well, I haven't witnessed a duel against Gunlong in, well, a long time, but I can at least tell you one of his men, the younger gentleman, the captain of the guard, more or less, he's got some sort of ice aspect. His seems to be, like, much more relatively straightforward. Ice manipulation, like ice spears, spikes, you kind of name it.
Appreciated, yes. Just in the event that something were to happen, it would be nice to know what sort of challenge perhaps awaits.
Yes, know thy enemy, as it were. And she'll lean over and she'll wink. If something happens, you know where to find me. I don't want to be stuck here forever and a half, but I'm not exactly going to be sticking my neck out to have it cut off.
Understandable. No, of course, but and then
You don't
we'll
think there's... Sorry to interrupt, but you don't think there's a way that, we could convince him to help us? Do you?
Gunlong?
I mean, surely it would be beneficial for this to be like a checkpoint, right? Like if he controls this and there's a portal here, that's more beneficial for him than being stuck.
There's
But
maybe a
who-
world you'd have to come up with something pretty substantial for him to, be sending people back to the waking world is suddenly to lose his entire kingdom that he's been so, wholeheartedly taking over here.
But he would have a monopoly on the portal, right?
But he already
could
does.
create an
Which
economy off
probably
of
causes
goods.
its own set of problems.
Hmm.
That,
I'm still listening, but I'll
doesn't
be right back.
Yeah, that doesn't also change the fact that, you're gonna have a hard time with him around convincing any of his men to lift a finger to take on any level of the Crimson Spire. And, well, like I said, if you're gonna want to take on that, you're gonna need an army. You're gonna need every single person you can get, and then some. And even then, I don't know if it'll be enough.
The
It
men
seems
are
a
so
shame to lose
unwilling
him
to
if he's
go out and
strong.
fight. Sorry for interrupting. My apologies.
It's just, if he's as strong as it seems like he is, it feels like a shame to lose his ability too.
Oh, I agree with you. But sometimes there's no reasoning with madness.
Fair enough.
You're welcome to try. You wouldn't be the first. You won't be the last. Probably.
I mean,
Was Simon
so
saying
like,
something?
let's say that we, I don't know, take out Long Gun. Like, what will make that? What will make other people listen to us?
Well, one of you
I mean-
becomes the new, face of this sad, forgotten shore. King, queen, ruler, army manager, whatever you want to call yourself. Rally the troops. It's the way that war works, child.
Uh-huh. But if I was a guard here and I had a really easy job of, oh yeah, I'm providing protection. But like, how often do they have to provide protection? How often does this place get attacked?
No, once a week or so. With the
Oh,
nightmare
okay then.
creatures.
Okay, never mind then.
Usually it's the big birds. Sometimes it's something coming down from up the hill. Sometimes it's something from the dark city itself.
Bird?
Yeah, there's a lot of big birds.
I only find those on Sesame Street.
What is Sesame Street, child?
Simon, are you okay?
No, Sesame Street. What's the city we're from, by the way? Jeez, it's been so long.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's been so long, I've actually forgotten.
The city of Farron.
Farron. Yeah, when we're in Farron, there's like a really long street, and I call it Sesame Street. There's a really angry old guy in a garbage can. He's green. He's kind of silly, but like, there's a bunch of really large birds like hawks and stuff. It's the big bird's place.
Gala is going to put one of her fists in her other hand, like she's just had a thought. She's gonna go, sesame seeds. Now that's an idea.
Well, anyone else have any other questions for Gala?
Wait, you two used to be friends, right?
Yes.
Would you help us?
Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, you guys find a way to, convince leadership or take out leadership and become leadership, and you lead an army charge, I'll be there to help.
Is there
I
like
was
a
talking about
base-
before that.
No, I'm not giving up my kitchen. No
Oh.
offense, but I don't want to stick my neck out in front of Gunlong and be the next person to just be dead on it in a spot.
Is there like a basin or like a bowl nearby?
Yeah, there's this sort of big wash basin that the one 16-year-old kid is up to his arms in soap and water. And there's like a couple bowls on the counter. Some of them have dough or various other things in them. You could probably find an empty one.
I am filling any empty receptacle with water that I can.
Okay, you can just walk around and fill some stuff with water.
Yeah.
Who has the spoon?
I do.
Oh, can I'll ask. Edith will ask Ouronos to just like have Gala try the spoon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hand her a spoonful of water.
Okay. She'll take a drink of it and she'll look at the spoon and she'll look at the water and she'll like tilt her head back in contemplation and she'll be like, so it's my aspect, but not my aspect. That's interesting. I never thought to try with liquids.
Yeah, it's something reminded me of the food, and I realized, we had something similar. So,
You know, Edith, if we ever get back to the waking worlds, this all assumes that I don't actually know like where or how we'll return, but come find me. Let's like reminisce about some of the old days. We have some old hot spiced apple cider that we need to have when we can have access to apples again.
Oh, I
that's
have
a
an apple.
promise.
I pulled the probably bruised golden apple out of my pocket.
I slap it out of Ouronos' hand.
Yeah.
No!
It is like maybe not that one, but yes, at some point, yes, not in the nightmare realm for sure.
Yes,
I put it
I
back
mean,
in my pocket.
I imagine there'll be an uproar when you get back of a different kind. So, you might be back in Valor sooner than you expect anyway.
I keep on trying to quit, and something keeps on dragging me back in.
No one ever can quit Valor. Once it's in your blood, it's in your blood.
My day to day, and Edith will like kind of pull out like halfway the like HOA rule book and be like, well, my day to day involves this old tome, so
She's gonna laugh and she's gonna say, "You were always a stickler for the rules."
it's true. But it was good to see a friendly face among these parts. We'll certainly keep you abreast of our comings and goings here in the castle.
Well, as much as the circumstances are not ideal, it was good to see you as well. You're welcome in my kitchen anytime.
Oh, thank you. And we will, I guess, make our way out of the kitchen.
Okay.
Would anyone like to go elsewhere? I'm sort of interested in the training area.
I want to go to the library if there's a library.
Right.
At the library.
To the library.
And just
Is it
generally
letter?
wander. Because, there were ruins out there. There could be, some interesting stuff on the walls here.
Simon, you were saying something?
Oh no, I was just saying I can learn more letters.
Okay. How are you planning to get to this library, Silver? Like, what are you doing to try and find your way through this castle?
I'm quite literally just wandering.
Okay, you're just like wandering and opening. Okay.
Mhm.
Where from the main hall are you wandering?
She said not to go straight, right? So
Correct.
I'm gonna check the right side.
The right side is where you guys are currently.
Okay.
There are several more doors sort of along the back of that main dining area that you didn't necessarily go down.
Yeah, but one doesn't simply walk into there.
Well, we have to go past there anyways to get to the main hall, so I just open those and then check the left side.
As we're walking out of the dining hall, can I ask one of the handmaidens there?
Sure. Or
I'm so sorry.
you're just flagging down the closest handmaiden.
Yes.
Okay. She'll say, well, it's not entirely functional, but technically it's that way. And she'll point directly across the main hall, like down basically what would be the left side.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
And
problem.
I start in that direction.
Yeah, she'll say big doors at the end of the hall.
I give her 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Silver's throwing open every door in front of you.
Yes,
Are you
yes, I
throwing,
am.
Are you throwing open every door down the hallway, Silver?
Yes.
Okay. The first door you throw open, you see what appears to be like the equivalent of a sitting room. Like you see a couple of people, you can tell it's very early morning. They're sitting there and they're drinking from what appears to be like almost tea glasses, but you can tell whatever they're drinking is not like tea colored. And they seem to be like basically just staring out of a window. Just having a chat. It's pretty quiet in there. You throw open the next set of doors, and you see what appears to be a gaming space of some kind. You see what looks to be etched into a lot of various tables, which you can tell like doesn't seem to have been there originally. Some weird, like basically checkered pattern that kind of looks like it would be like some level of chess. There's no one in this room right now. It's totally empty. You go to the next room open, and you try to throw open the doors, and it's locked.
I wouldn't try any harder then. Just be like disappointed, like, okay.
Okay. You move on to the next set of doors, you throw it open, and you realize it's another bedroom. You think you've hit the bedroom stretch.
Ah, well, then I would stop opening doors and go to the left side.
Okay. Yeah, you could just continue down the rest of this hallway. And eventually, this hallway is fairly long. Like longer than you expect it to be. Like you looked and you could see kind of where the end was, and every time you think you're getting close, you don't really feel like you're actually that close, but eventually you do reach the end. And there's a big set of sort of oaken double doors that's at the end.
Well, this looks promising. And I would throw them open.
Okay. You throw them open, and you're met with a very, very large room with sort of big glass windows that are on this like far side of the castle. It kind of looks up over the mountain. And you are met with rows upon rows of empty shelves.
Notebook?
Seeing the empty shelves, I'd be like, no, 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 and I will literally go through every single shelf, see if there's anything.
Okay.
Edith will like sneak by, and so that as Stella Luna is going down the shelves, like Edith will kind of pull out the HOA book and place it just on the very end of one of the shelves.
Okay. Silver, there's a book on the shelf.
I would grab it excitedly.
Yeah,
read
you
the
open
cover.
it and you really quickly realize it's Edith's HOA book.
The excitement on my face turns to like very much disappointment, and I slow turn to Edith, be like, Edith.
Edith just has the sweetest smile on her face, and she's like, "Good book, huh?"
Not really. I'm sorry.
Wow, Edith. Wow, Edith like suddenly is just like crestfallen. Will take the HOA book back and will like slump back towards the entrance.
Whenever I picture the HOA book, y'all ever watch Fairy Odd Parents?
Yes.
I just can only picture, the book where it's just the rules.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I picture.
I see. Silver, are you actually like trying to investigate this room?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can make me an investigation check, and anyone else who is like trying to like check through this room.
Ooh.
Come on, 18.
18.
I'm looking for magic specifically.
Okay. Then you can make me an Arcana check, Ben.
It's weird. It's fun. 7.
Okay. Anyone else?
I rolled a 2.
Okay. Simon, it sure smells
rolled-
dusty in here.
He found a spider in the
Hey.
corner.
Excuse me, it's my first nat one of the session.
If you swear, surely one of these shelves has a book on it. Surely.
Hmm.
Simon goes down to another bookshelf, sneezes.
Then these shelves, definitely not magical. They are bookshelves. Silver, you're walking through these rows and rows of empty shelves, and you don't come across anything that looks like a book or parchment or anything. But in poking around the shelves, you do see on the very far wall, back sort of behind one of the shelves, there does seem to be something on the wall behind it. Something that's like drawn there.
I would call over and be like, I need help moving this.
I head over.
I'll help.
Okay. Yeah, anyone who's trying to help, make me a strength check. This is a large bookshelf.
Oh,
Can.
I'm stronger than
It's
Simon today. 17.
11.
16.
Ew.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Ben is not paying attention.
Oh no. Between all of you, you can sort of scooch this shelf out of the way. And what you see behind it appears to be some level of etching in the far wall. You can't tell if it's like fully carved into the wall or if it's done with some crude amount of charcoal, but like you're not sure, like it can't be charcoal because it would have disappeared by now, but it kind of looks like it's that color and texture. But anyway, Silver, what you see is what appear to be very crude drawings of nightmare creatures. And it doesn't appear to be any specific nightmare creature that you'd recognize. It's more like the shape and idea of a creature. And it shows like kind of a little one, and then a bigger one, and then a bigger one. And it just like keeps going. There are in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And below it, there seems to be some writing underneath each of them. What languages do you guys know?
Let's
I don't see
see.
anything.
Orin, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish.
Common and Elvish.
Okay.
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Goblin.
Okay.
Is this a reading question?
Yes.
Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
Okay. None of you guys can read this language.
Hold on. Does this work? Okay, I cast comprehend languages then.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, you cast comprehend languages, and you realize it's a set of 2 words that's beneath each sort of drawing. Underneath the first and the smallest of the like depictions of these beasts, you read the words dormant and you read the word beast. Under the second one, you read the word awakened and the word monster. The third, you read fallen and you read the word demon. The fourth, you read corrupted and you read devil. The fifth, you read great and the word tyrant. The sixth, you read cursed and the word terror. And the last one, you read unholy and the word titan.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you have that written that you can just like paste that somewhere?
Yes,
missed
I
it.
have to take a second to format it for you guys, unless
Okay.
Lilith got it.
I think I missed one.
It was Dormant Beast, Wakened
Yep.
Monster, Fallen
Mhm.
Demon, Corrupted Devil, Great Tyrant, Cursed Terror, and Unholy Titan.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's from the smallest beast to the largest one on this wall.
So there's 6 of them.
7.
7?
7.
Then can't count, confirmed.
This is why I don't take notes.
This makes me think that nightmare creatures can evolve in a way, especially if we think about the skeleton that was first shown on our map. That could be either, really, it could be the Tyrant Terror or Titan. Leaning more Titan because of its larger size. But how would one know what level each nightmare creature is at if this hypothesis
it
is
is.
true? How what, sorry?
How sleepy it is. It goes from like dormant to awakened to like other adjective to like other words.
But every single nightmare creature we have seen has been awake. So are you saying
Yeah,
we
they're
haven't
awakened.
seen any dormant beasts?
I mean, I've never seen one sleep. Have you?
We haven't been around nightmare creatures that long to know.
Lilith, question about the comprehend language spell. Do you then know what language the thing was written or spoken in, or do you just are you just able to comprehend?
It just says understand any written language you see. It doesn't
Okay.
say.
Okay. Then you know nothing.
Okay.
Is that all of the carvings, or does it look like there's more on other walls?
Ouronos, are you poking around further in the room?
Yeah.
I'll let you make another investigation check now that you know that's there.
It is a 12.
With a 12, you walk around and you sort of scour behind the rest of these bookshelves, and it does look like that's it.
Okay.
Can I cast where did my sheet go? I've
Can
lost.
you read out the words again, Ella?
Yes. The first one reads dormant and then beast. The second one reads awakened monster. The third one reads fallen demon. The fourth one reads corrupted devil. The fifth one reads great tyrant. The sixth one reads cursed terror. And the last one reads unholy titan.
So
And
this is this.
for the record, these words are stacked on top of each other. So think picture, first word, and then underneath that is the second word. It's not like they're like in one line of text.
Okay.
Both words are kind of like ascending in like big scary, you know?
Terror. Titan. Can I cast detect magic?
Sure. Detect magic is what, like a 30-foot radius?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you cast detect magic. And you do get a very, very slight magic ping from this carving. But you get the sense that it's more so to preserve it than anything else.
Okay. I'm going to just like walk along all the walls of the library, see if there's any like items, anything else that pings in here.
Okay. Yeah, you walk around to the edge of the library. Is detect magic sight based or does it go through walls? Do you know?
I sure hope it's not sight
No, I
based.
don't think it's sight-based.
Well, you know what I mean. Is it like AoE without like cover, or does it actually go through like?
You sense. I think it's without anything. You sense magic within 30 feet of you.
Uh, keep
It does
going.
go through
The spell,
walls.
the spell can
Okay.
penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone,
Okay.
1 inch of solid metal, or a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
I don't think these stone walls are necessarily a foot thick. Some of them are, but you get a slight ping of magic, but it's from the room next door outside of the library.
Right? I go. I follow. Hee hee.
Okay. Are you just like throwing open the next door outside the library?
I will pause for a second to listen, and then I will open it if there is. Yeah, I listen for a second.
You listen. You hear some slight movement in the room. No talking, but you hear movement.
Okay. Yep, I'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door, and you find what appears to be living quarters. There appears to be like 2 beds in this room. It's almost like you think, well, you don't even think. You hear the sound of 2 people just sort of stand upright. Is anyone else in the hall with you?
Did anyone
I'm still in the
follow?
library.
Yeah,
All-
I'm in
all-
front of the
all of
carving
them.
thinking.
Okay. Then Edith, as you peer into the room, you see 2 of the handmaidens stand up from where they were sitting. Clearly, just like sitting on their beds.
Oh,
I will stumble my way in. Oh no, I walked into the wrong room. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, anyway, I'll walk in.
Okay. You can just walk into their bedroom.
Yep.
Can we help you?
Oh. Hello. Is this the wrong room?
sorry. My friend is Van. I think that we must have gotten turned around. I'm sorry. These are your living quarters?
Well, yes. Most of the handmaidens live down this hall.
Oh.
Excellent.
Is it? Can I see like what direction it's coming from? Is it coming from like on their person? Is it coming from underneath something?
Yeah. It seems like the girl on the left is pinging his magic.
Like herself, or is there's
Yeah.
something?
Like the same
Oh.
way Edith pings his magic.
Okay. My bad. I think I got turned around. Hard to navigate when you can't see anything. Who might you guys be?
Oh, well, we're just handmaidens. One of them will say, and like give a very slight bow. Is there anything that you need?
Oh.
No, but my name's Edith. This is Ven. And we're just it would be really great to get to know the staff around here a little bit better.
Oh, we don't really speak to people much.
Oh, are you not allowed to, or just you don't want to?
Yes. Well, we're allowed to, but it's heavily discouraged.
Aye.
Well, that's how you
Seems-
get caught up with the riffraff.
The riffraff seems lonely, to be honest.
Well, no, we have all the other handmaidens.
So your names? If you
Um, the one girl who's spoken to you the entire time will just bow and say, "Apologies, I'm not at liberty to say."
is that the girl with magic or no?
That is the girl with magic.
Not at liberty to say is. Hmm. Can I? Do I feel like she like actually like is choosing not to tell me, or she cannot tell me?
You can make me an insight check.
14.
You think she's choosing not to tell you?
Yeah. All right. I'll leave.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, then it'll be like, well, I'd like to get to know people around here, but clearly it's not reciprocated.
Yeah. Maybe another time, child. She seems shy. Well, it was lovely to meet you both, and then we'll sort of take Ven's hand and be like, "Now come along now, child."
Yeah. Edith, as you're leaving the room and she's like going to close the door, you can make me a perception check.
17.
17. The other girl who's standing next to her, well, you know, at this point she goes to sit back down on the bed. As she's closing the door, you see her start to sign something.
If only I knew.
Don't you?
Do I?
I feel like in the past you've signed.
What,
Wait.
thieves can't? What?
No, like sign language.
Oh, okay.
Do I have sign? I know that someone had sign as
Yeah.
like an extra thing. Was that me?
Was
Was
it
that in
me?
this game? Wish I could remember.
It may have been me. Actually, wait, I know. I'm not even there.
Yeah. Can I at least like mimic the gestures, or like, you know, like recognize and
you're-
mimic the gestures?
You're
Or...
just barely catching it as the door is like sort of being closed. Like you catch it through what is like becoming the crack in the door. And it's so fast, like you don't think you could mimic this without practice.
Fair point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well-
So detect magic lasts 10 minutes. So whatever remaining time, if I have any, Ven's just going to keep walking down the hallway.
Okay. Then you get some very slight pings here and there, but they all feel very similar to the ping that you just felt, where, you know, you're detecting the same thing off of Edith. You think you're detecting other people who are in the castle with some level of minor magic.
Okay.
But you get like almost like 3/4 of the way down the hallway that you're in, like almost back to the room where you saw the board games when your spell wears off.
Okay. And there wasn't anything else magic on the room, right? It was just the person.
No, there was nothing else that pinged in the room.
Did Edith follow me?
Yeah, Edith is following you.
Okay. Everyone
Don't
else
you
is still in the library.
Before we turn around or whatever, Len will be like, "Don't you wonder what Gunlong's up to? They said not to go in a very specific room, right?"
Yeah, they absolutely did. But that was like the like throne room where they do all of their official business.
And you're not a little bit curious?
Well, I don't think that it would look good for us to just waltz straight in, just, you know, flesh and blood. But I don't know, if we had some sort of sneaky shadow or something who could run some reconnaissance, that might be quite nice asset to have. Edith is gonna wink to Ven before remembering that Ven cannot see the wink.
Ven was like, indeed. And I'll just kind of very intentionally blink at you.
Excellent.
Like, what are you going to do about that?
Edith is gonna like smile and still like lead you. I guess. Are we going back to everyone else in the library?
Sure.
Well, what are the people in the library doing?
Thinking, contemplating, theorizing,
Transcribing.
transcribing. Yes.
Okay.
I'm like comparing the text and how it's like inscribed to what we saw when we found the mask.
Oh, sure. I'll let you make an argument for what check you want to make for that.
Could I make it a history because I'm remembering what it was?
Yeah, you can make me a history check.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, looking at this, it does appear to be sort of the same, like almost like material of what was written on the wall. The other one looks like it probably had other like not like pigment, but something else mixed in besides just whatever this base black sort of charcoal is. You also get the sense that whatever person was writing this is very different than whatever person wrote the other thing in the cathedral. Like, you can like get a sense of like, okay, brush stroke / handwriting on this weird like crude beast drawing looks very different than the one that was in this other place.
Okay. Are they similar enough to where I could assume that like the same types of people would have written it, like the same kind of quote unquote society?
You think it's probably the same society, yes. You think it's two different people, probably the same level of generation society.
Okay. I'll voice that to Syl.
As you're voicing this, Ben and Edith come back in the room.
Where have you two been?
Oh, well,
Murdering people.
No, you weren't.
Bothering people?
Was that me?
What?
Well, we found the handmaiden's quarters, and Ven, did you ever describe what you were doing or looking for? Or would you like to
I don't think
explain
so.
that? Okay, great. I just followed you. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Ven, what were you doing?
I was looking for magic.
Did you find them? Is that what we were doing in the handmaiden's
She was
quarters?
magical. Interesting, but I don't know. A lot of people here are.
Oh, well, before the door closed, I caught them signing to one another. It was strange that what's her name? Her was so freely gave her name, but the other two handmaids that we just met were reluctant to give theirs, and it seems like perhaps they were, I don't know, they seemed like they were gossiping in sign or something. I didn't catch it.
Dang.
Could they have been thieves? Like thieves can't? Isn't that a sign language?
Just a normal sign language. I'm assuming that there's many different signs.
Yeah. Well,
Not ruling it out though.
Was it just the
wish my eyes
one
were-
with magic who refused to give her name? Because that would suggest to me she could be Fae.
that would be interesting.
We didn't get either of their names.
I mean, to end up here, I feel like a lot of people are not everyone's magical, but a lot of people are. They've lived this long, you know. Although,
They
I
would
don't
have
know.
only recently just come here because of the nightmare spell.
yeah, but I mean, we got dropped in the middle of nowhere and had to still get here, right? If you're not magical or strong in some way, you're dying.
Depends
lucky.
who's with them.
We're lucky. Yeah.
Like, who's to say that they weren't here for like a lot longer than us, though? They could have been dropped months before.
It's true.
Yes, but the way Ven's talking, it sounds like he's trying to say they've been here for like years and years, when that has
Well,
not
I
been
don't
the
know longer
case.
than you,
Oh.
longer than us. I
Forgot.
wasn't saying that. I was just saying that people here are magical, and I'm not weirded out that she's magical. I'm weirded out that she didn't want to give her name.
I mean, we're also not sure if time works the same way here as it does in our world.
That's not very
does,
weird.
Wait, never mind.
Well, we were also wondering as we were coming back if we could maybe perhaps see what the comings and goings are happening within the throne room chamber, but that area, if you recall, is restricted. And then looking
plan for that.
over at Simon, being like, "Well, it would be nice to shadow the happenings."
I point
that
down
are
at my
happening
feet, and
that-
you will notice I have no shadow.
Excellent. Already
I
on
have a
it.
plan.
Good lad.
I left it in the first room we were in, and at night I'm gonna make him go underneath the throne.
Excellent. Well, let us know what you observe.
I will look through my shadow's eyes at the room that I left it in.
Okay, you're looking through the main room right now?
Yeah.
You see what appears to be the handmaiden, who originally introduced herself to you and showed you to your rooms, scurrying through the main room towards you guys.
Somebody's coming.
It's that really nice girl.
Alright.
I'm not good with names. But maybe this means we get to finally go see Mr. Singh. Or Lady Singh. One of those two.
Madam Song.
Yeah, that one.
As you're saying this, you do in fact see Tara, scurrying her way down the hallway, again sort of at top speed, tripping over her own 2 feet. And she stops in front of you, kind of brushes herself off, and she's like, yes, I'm glad I've located you guys. You were looking to deliver the package to Madame Song?
Yes.
Yes, please follow me.
I need a skirt for this. Weren't we supposed to be the girls?
Then we'll follow.
We will follow, yes.
I think you're okay, Simon.
Okay. I follow.
Okay. You guys follow Tora into the main room and back up the staircase. And you guys head down sort of the right side hallway. As you do, you realize that there are more sets of guards in this hallway. Not like a ton more, but you feel like in the other hallway where the guests were, you maybe saw a couple that were sort of milling about. These guards look like they're actually posted there. And she will lead you sort of all the way down the hall to, again, the big doors sort of at the end of the hall. And she will open them into what appears to be a sitting room, where you see what appears to be a very tall woman, sort of draped in these like very long cascading robes, that seems to be sitting on one of the couches, surrounding a table which has what you'd only call teacups sort of surrounding the outside of it. And she's sitting there, and she'll nod at Tura, who will gesture for you guys to walk forward.
We will walk forward.
Okay.
Hello.
Tara's gonna pull the doors closed behind you.
Is anyone else in the room? It's just her and the handmaiden?
Nope, it's just her.
Just her. Do I really think it's just her?
You can make me a perception check, or I take like maybe an investigation.
I do a little curtsy.
I was gonna say, I
Lady
awkwardly
Song, I presume?
bow, because I'm not sure if I should bow or not.
Mhm.
I follow Ouronos' lead and also curtsy.
Okay.
I got a 16.
16?
Yeah,
You think she's alone?
Okay. I'll place the package. From Ike said you requested it.
Yes, from Aiko. Thank you for delivering it, although I assume that's not quite why you're here. Otherwise, you would have just dropped it off on the front stoop.
That was an
A little
option.
bit of all of it. You know, we were already headed this way. And, wanted to do Echo a favor.
Yes, Aiko and her favors. There's no, mere circumstance that she gave that to you, but, that's a word I'll take up with Aiko.
What do you mean?
Well, she knew that you wanted to speak to me, and, she obviously knows that you guys are going to be saying something with any level of benefit, and so she sent you here.
We'll
Then
have
I'll
to
kind of
thank
look
her
over at
later
the other-
then.
Like, she has something to say to her.
Well,
What?
You wanted to talk to her?
yes.
Oh,
Um,
are there extra chairs? Like, are there like
Yeah.
couches and stuff? Simon
Yeah.
will sit down and take a cup.
Yeah, you can. Think of like almost like a semicircle of chairs that surround this table.
Nice to meet you. I'm Simon. I don't really know what we wanted to say to you, but nice to meet you.
Pleasure, Simon.
Wait, is this Edith's icky drink? I look at Edith
what?
and like
Mm.
and like hold up the teacup to you.
I hand Simon the spoon.
Simon will spoon the tea into their mouth.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is-
you can
this
you
is
can
quite
start using
pleasurable.
the spoon.
He is placated for this NPC interaction.
Okay. Are the rest of you sitting down?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can sit. The sitting room is very nice. You can tell it opens up into some further rooms, very like far down. But there seems to be like some level of like big instrument in the corner that you've sort of never seen. There's lots of sort of tables and plush chairs. And there's like sort of big draping curtains that open up to like probably glass windows that are just as big, if not larger, than the set that you saw in sort of the disheveled library. Well, speak.
Yes. So, not really sure how to break this, but I believe that for someone of your stature, I believe that you may be out of everyone's league here. What are you, for lack of a better term, what are you doing here?
Well, the same thing as you, more or less. Although, do you mean the castle here or the Nightmare Realm here?
Well, the Nightmare Realm, probably obvious. No one really has a choice in that, but the castle here and perhaps your partnership with Gunlong.
Ha! As much as you're willing to call it a partnership. Yes. Well, you've probably been no stranger to my handmaidens.
No.
Well,
Yes.
there's, a fair number of folk who come here from the nightmare spell who are in fact not able to fend for themselves. Particularly a lot of young women who are put in very dangerous situations. And so I've taken it upon myself to take them under my protection. And in doing so, I can't necessarily protect all of them against, Gunlong and whatever forces he has, even if hypothetically to some degree I could probably give him a run for his money. And that being said, I'm not sure I'd even win that. But I won't do anything that puts my girls at risk.
Understandable. I feel like there's seems to be a bit of a tenuous truce in this castle then.
You could put it that way. I mean, the second the Viper can snap in either direction, it will, but the careful balance has been maintained for quite some time. Nothing has quite broken it yet. She'll kind of look you up and down.
Edith is just gonna like kind of smirk a little bit and then just be like, well, we are good at breaking tenuous balances.
I can see that.
I will be blunt. Our goal is to return home.
As is mine. I would like to not be known as the lost daughter of Clan Song, if I can help it.
I would finally like to retire, but such as it is, we find ourselves here. I am at a loss, though, of how to navigate, perhaps as elegantly as you have among the politics of the castle here. But anything that we can do to help out and maybe perhaps get you a little bit out from under a thumb.
Well, I'm technically not under any thumb, but this gives the best opportunity for, I guess, group protection, as it were, for my girls. So I'm here.
Appreciated, yes.
I'll be blunt with you. Do you think you can challenge Gunlong for the rule of the castle?
Challenge, yes. Win, that's another matter.
Is it 1v1?
She'll nod. She'll say, that is usually how it works. There have been people who have attacked in groups in the past, consider it like some level of rebel uprising, although then it opens themselves up to being taken down by any number of his guards, including his, men. When people have come in to challenge Gunlong directly, essentially there has been some level of agreement that you get to one-on-one fight each of his men, and then himself if you make it that far. And again, no one has, except for the few poor souls who just decided to attack him specifically and directly, and well, they met a very swift demise.
So we have to go through like 10 fights just to fight him.
2.
2 fights just to fight him.
Well,
Oh, that's way
yeah.
more doable.
He's got 2 guys, and one of them, Aiko said, was
It's way
Grace.
more doable.
But it is a one-on-one.
I appreciated that one.
From the
Thank
way
you.
Lady Song is describing this, only one of us may do this challenge. We cannot fight as a group.
Well,
could one of us per fight? We could switch out, or should it be the same
yes,
person?
that does seem reasonable. I haven't seen him be against that yet, although no one has succeeded in taking down either of his men, so, no one's gotten quite that far, but I don't see why that wouldn't be an option.
And you've been living with him, right? You have information you could tell us, maybe, about how to kill, or
When?
get rid of his
No.
man.
Information, yes. His left-hand man, the captain of the guard, his name is Tessia.
Yeah.
He has an ice aspect. It allows him to harden his skin into being pretty much stone-like.
Stole this from your drawer. For the
Think almost levels of ice. He also can create some level of, ice weaponry, spikes, think throw icicles at people. And he also has some ability to slow or almost stiffen his opponents, almost like he's freezing them from the inside out, although they never really quite freeze. His left-hand man, pray thee, I bet you have not run into him yet. His name is Horace. Horace. Don't underestimate him. He might look old, but I wouldn't want to fight him.
We keep on getting told that he's really weird and creepy, but nobody ever tells us why.
What does he do?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Anyone who's taken a fight with him has not come out on the other side. And the way he fights is strange. It's almost like a very skilled, seasoned warrior can walk into a fight with him and they're instantly made into a child. Not physically a child, but it seems like they no longer have an understanding of what's around them and they can no longer utilize their sword properly. He himself, I know, fights with some form of chains.
So what if
Swings
a
them-
child fights him already?
Swings them around like
I hear-
whips.
Chain.
Chain
Like-
swings around.
Like
A flail.
when you say
Really long flail.
when you say they like don't know how to use their weapons, like do they feel like
They almost start wildly swinging like they've forgotten their years upon years of swordsmanship or any nightmare creatures that they've taken on to get here. It's almost like it's just gone. I can't say why. Every person who fights him just kind of falls apart.
huh?
And what about? I've heard tell of like an immediate, like the last one that challenged, was just an immediate defeat. Just seemed to lose their sword immediately.
Ah, yes, to Gunlong.
Long.
Yes. To be honest, I'm not fully sure of his aspect either. It's cards that he keeps close to the chest. But I do believe that he has some level of probably psychic ability. That's the only reasoning I can come up with that he would be able to bring someone to their knees and sort of, essentially melts them from the inside out.
From the inside.
That last part was not mentioned before.
Well, they weren't
So-
exactly a puddle, but they weren't exactly fully there either.
Yeah, afterwards. What happened to them after?
Well, the body was taken out and it was burned.
So dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also, the stranger thing, which is what people think is his aspect ability, although I'm far less sure, is he himself is coated in what I can only call gold. It's as if he is a walking liquid gold statue.
Shiny.
And this is still Horus, right? Or...
No, that's
No,
Gunlong.
this is Gunlong.
Oh, that
this
was
is Gunlong.
Gunlong.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I wouldn't dare fight him. If I could
Because he's gold?
penetrate whatever the level of gold armor is that's on him, then maybe I stand a chance, but I have yet to see anything be able to pierce that.
So it's probably then foolish to stand up in a fair fight. If
No way.
Maybe. It's at the very least foolish to run in without a plan.
fair point. If Gunlong had any inkling to challenge the Crimson Spire, at least before, and if he and his men are so powerful, why haven't they tried?
I don't think they're that powerful in the grand scheme of things. I think they're powerful over men. I don't think they're powerful over monster. I think he's afraid. I think he fought greatly and sacrificed a lot to get here. And then he found a cushy life and people he could rule and people who could not challenge him. And saw what sort of the other side looked like with all of the monsters and had too much fear to try and push on.
Ruling a castle that preys upon young girls,
More than just that, but those are the ones I can protect.
a fair point, but that's no way to that's not a life worth living.
I don't think so either, but should he ever make it out the gateway in the Crimson Spire, should any of us, he'll technically have clan song to answer to for all of his wrongdoings, and I imagine that's another reason why he refused to leave.
Well, we appreciate the at least knowing what we're up against then,
Well,
lady.
I cannot say that I can directly help you in any means, and frankly, I hope you won't spill that this information came from me.
Of
But
course not.
should this all end in your favor, you have whatever support I can give you to take on the Spire.
Appreciated. I feel like we're going to need as much as we can get when we get there.
Nightmare creatures I'm built to handle.
You said you're willing to help us with the Spire, and from what I hear around town, you do seem to have quite a following behind you. Do you not think you could gather that help now to attack the Spire?
She will laugh. It's kind of like a light, sort of tinkling laugh. And she will say, "Forgive me, my child. I might have a following, but only those in song will follow me."
Which I gather
You have
is
to, like-
not enough.
No, there are those who don't align with the clan at all, and there are many who are, well, let's say dead against song that come from Valor, or sometimes even the House of Night who are on our shores. Even though we all are, under the same cause at the end of the day, my worth and the way that people follow me without just, taking over the castle myself is in my name.
Unfortunately,
Maybe if I was one of my
politics
older
seem to be.
sisters.
Yes. Politics does seem to be such a delicate balance.
Edith, you can make me a history check. Or actually,
Not 20.
okay, we'll take that. Yeah, Edith, you would recall, how song works, and you heard some of this from Aiko, is that they bring in, daughters, quote unquote, which are powerful people, some degree orphans, some people who are like higher up in the clan, where they take on essentially the role of being a daughter to the Queen of Song. And they train them from a very young age, and they essentially treat them as family. And some of them are actually related by blood, and some of them are not, although they are all called blood sisters. Session, who is the person before you, is one of the youngest and not related by blood to the Queen.
Good to know. Well, anything that we can do to also assist you in your current circumstance, and perhaps getting back to House Song, we would love to assist you as well.
Well, we need a gateway for that.
Well, our search continues for how to get there.
Yes, far be it a worry to have in the immediate future. I know you have a different fight ahead of you should you choose to do this, but we'll then have to worry about whatever the gate guardian is that awaits us in the tower itself.
Yes. Well, one fight at a time, I suppose. We'll sort of, I guess, do a curt bow, like respectful. And does anyone else have any other conversation things that they want from Sashan?
I don't think
Some
so
of-
currently.
Okay.
You seem really
Um,
nice. Can I talk to you again?
She will laugh and she'll say, "If we cross paths again, I don't mind it."
Oh, excellent. Simon will pick up the teapot and start spooning the tea into his mouth.
Okay.
Oh my god. Tea that tastes like chocolate milk.
Would it be hot
Simon will
then?
attempt to stir the teapot and then drink it. Like, what if he like, how does it... Simon is very interested in this spoon right now. If he stirs the tea and then pours the tea and then drinks it, what happens?
We
Because
already
I
did
thought
that.
It didn't. Yeah, we
Did
did
we?
that already. It
Fuck,
doesn't
I
work.
forgot.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It not only does it not work, but if any of you guys have been drinking this, it doesn't taste like tea.
Does it taste like water?
No, it tastes almost like it's not quite lime, but it's almost like a sweet lime drink.
Oh, this is way better than Edith's leaf juice.
Lime drink.
You have good taste, sing lady.
Well, thank you. Or
And I'll
thank
give her a
my
thumbs up.
handmaidens for it.
Are they here for me to thank?
No,
Oh. What's their names?
I have many. You'd have to be more specific.
The ones that made this drink.
Oh, you already know the ones who made this drink.
I do?
Kitchen. I'm sure it came from the kitchen. Right?
Are you saying this
Is
aloud,
it that
Ben?
gal? Is it the gal lady?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
look at
Gala
Edith.
didn't make it.
Oh.
But
People in the kitchen make drinks. That's
yes.
what I know. Yes.
So when we make me king, you'll help with the takedown of the tower.
Well, if you choose to be king and to be the one to rally people, then yes.
I don't want to do that.
I'd be king. Like, what do we
We
get
should
from
make
that?
Ben king.
I'd be a wonderful king.
I look at you very suspiciously, like, no.
I think Ven has a saint. They
I think
are
Syl and
meant to be king.
I think Syl and I are making the same face at Ben.
Simon is all in on Ven being king. They even have the antlers. That's a crown.
Ouronos has
Anyway,
horns.
if we wanted to like get materials or help, could we like use you to introduce us to other people?
I'm sorry, but that is not my area of expertise.
Oh.
In terms of resource gathering and management, assuming that this all goes well, we will have Aiko and a fair number of other folks who will step up to the plate to help us organize to actually get people equipped to overthrow the spire. But
It sounds like all these plans are already all in place, and it's just you need one dang person just to not be there.
They're not quite in place. They're, proposed. We've been here quite a while. We've had time to at least think about it.
How many sunrises?
Oh, many.
Oh.
At least that many of 3 months or so.
I have a pet back home.
If not approaching 4.
I'm really sorry for you.
Yes, well, may we get home someday.
Don't worry. We will.
She'll smile at you.
I wonder if we
It's
could,
what-
like,
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
disappear them instead of killing them. Like,
Edith is
What if
gonna
we just took
like
all the people in the city and put them somewhere else?
what if we all left?
To where?
Edith is
It's
gonna
gonna
like
be
nod
king.
nod at you all. Well, It is so great to finally clear the air and get some information as to what's been going on here. If pardon me, these old bones are. It's I think time for my afternoon nap. If you'll excuse me, and we'll yeah, and we'll like kind of bow and like nod to everyone else. Above board, I do need to eat. But
I know.
y'all
Go ahead,
can-
Tara. We'll
yeah,
see
yeah.
Edith out. Go for it, Jeff.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye.
Bye.
If we are leaving, does Simon have to give back the teapot?
Yes. She is going to look at you if you pick up the teapot and start walking out with it.
But I already have the teapot. I did say I picked it up earlier.
Okay, but if you start standing and walking out with it, Tara is going to stop you at the door and take the teapot from you.
Oh, but that's my excuse to like come looking and talk to you again.
I'm sorry, but we need this teapot here.
Oh, fine. I'll just come up with another reason to come back here.
She'll
Out.
like smile and she's going to take the teapot from you and she'll pat you on the head.
Simon is happy again.
Okay. Are you guys all headed out the door, or do you have anything else?
How late is it at this point?
It's probably mid-afternoon. It's not crazy late in the day, but you probably did surpass lunchtime between the library expedition and talking in the kitchens and now coming here.
Are we gonna get kicked out?
Well, no, you guys paid for the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We did. Sorry. In my head, I'm just like, oh yeah, we slept here. We had the long rest happened in Effie's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, perfect. So, do we want to try to run into the hand people or no?
I don't.
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
As we're like
Is there a
walking
blacksmith
out,
here? Wait a minute. There's a training ground. Is there a blacksmith? Can I turn back around and knock on the door to Lady Song?
You're not out of the room yet.
Oh, I turn to. Is there a weapon maker?
Not unless you want to pay an arm and a leg.
I only need one hand to stab.
I would visit Aiko before you go to try to get a full blacksmith.
I see. Okay. My dreams of getting a rapier are still in motion.
Ooh, I need another sword too.
What were you saying, Ouronos?
I was saying, like, as we're leaving and the doors are closing behind us, can I just watch Lady Song?
Sure. Yeah, is there anything else that anyone wants to do as you're walking out the doors?
I wave bye.
Nah.
Okay, you can wave. Ouronos, what are you looking for as you watch her?
Not quite sure. I'm just seeing if she's like blanket what emotions she's having after this conversation.
Okay. You watch her as the doors close, and you like basically are staring through the crack in the door. And you see that she never stops making eye contact with you, and she's pretty much an unreadable wall.
I wink at her and before turning around.
Okay. She doesn't flinch. And yeah. That for now, since we lost Jeff, is where we'll stop for tonight.
Hooray. Anyway, Happy, you left a bit earlier. Would you like to commit war crimes?
No.
Oh no.
Say
So,
no.
Hear me. So Happy, hear me out. The way that your staff works is the faster it's going, the more damage it does. How high do you feel like flying today?
No, I already did that.
See, here's the thing. What if we go higher?
I can only move so high during each turn. At some point, I'm just passing my turn.
See, here we're not talking about in combat. Well, what we have discussed after last session, not this session, last session was, what if Ouronos just took a 30 minutes to an hour just to keep on going up and up and up and up.
At some point, that's about height. Then I do reach you would reach a terminal velocity where you don't gain any more speed.
Exactly, but the point is to make Ella roll to figure out all the dice that this one thing would deal, and namely, how much damage do you think we could do to a castle with it?
It would be thinking as a DM. It would be to a certain point on a castle. It wouldn't really do much to the whole of the castle.
See, but it would also be like, if it's not an aimed attack or anything like that, could we accidentally just one-shot somebody inside the castle with this? So, if theoretically you were aiming for the throne, not the person in the throne, but for the throne.
At that point, I'd be taking fall damage, and Ouronos is very squishy.
I mean, you just need to drop the rod. You don't need to drop yourself.
I feel like these are the kind of underrated things that we need to do in order to like actually succeed.
No.
Not like.
I just don't think it would
necessarily,
really
like,
do anything for us.
I don't think like you need to spend turns and turns flying all the way up. But I'm saying is like I think like a 1v1 battle isn't gonna come out in our favor. We're gonna have to try to think of something outside of the box.
But
no, no, I don't function in 1v1s.
Same.
And with the things that we were just told, I don't think this would work against any three of those opponents.
Yeah. That's true. I wonder what the heck is up with the armor. That's what I'm concerned. That's what I'm curious about.
I think Van has the best bet against Haris, but I don't feel confident in any of these.
If we were fighting as a team, I'd feel a little bit more confident, but yeah, I can't do solo. I doubt Ouronos could, although I haven't played a month before, so...
Depending on exactly
above board, and I'll say this for Lilith's chat. We are going to be taking next week off of D&D because of just like various people traveling and busyness things, so we'll be back the following week. But if you guys want to take time to discuss what your plans are and actually figure out above board some level of what you're going to be doing, I think that might be beneficial for you guys.
Okay.
Up to you, but feel free to do so.
It would be, but in essence, the knowledge we know is that Gunlong is able to melt somebody from the inside, has potentially some sort of psychic power to mind control them into that position, and some heckin' cool armor.
No, I think they're just crouched over in pain because their insides are melty.
Yeah.
Okay, because, yeah, you know what, that's even more fair enough. The way that it was described made me think that it was like some weird jump cut.
Nah, it sounds like they were just standing and all of a sudden just like slump crippled to the ground in pain.
I'm assuming the old weird guy removes proficiencies with things.
Probably.
So you're basically just flat rolling with stats at like best case scenario. In which case, whoever has the highest stat, and I'm gonna guess it's not Simon because I multi-class, so I haven't had a stat increase.
I have a completely useless high stat.
Charisma.
My performance is +7.
Let's go.
My thing, because the older guy was like takes away.
Experienced battlers become children and don't know how to use their weapons.
That's what Simon was saying about lose proficiency bonuses.
Yeah, like translated that to D&D mechanics, like lose proficiency bonus. That's kind of what it sounds like.
I was thinking more like within like abilities. Like I guess maybe. I don't know. I was thinking
just pure stat reset. You're rolling straight 10s. That's it.
No. I wasn't thinking within D&D mechanics. I was thinking probably more within roleplay to be like, oh, is he making it so that like you're disoriented, you can't tell like right from left. You know what I mean? And a lot of these situations, Ven can't see shit anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you know what? If it is like an attack on those kind of senses, Ven is probably extremely good into that.
That's why I was like, The only one I think that has a shot at is Aris.
And what was the third one? What did he do? I forgot.
Ice.
Ice.
Oh yeah, ice.
He's just a tank.
He
it
makes
sounded
himself
like.
really hard.
And they can shoot icy
Anybody have a hammer?
Nope.
Edith?
But we
I
do
got a
have.
stick.
Wait, Ouronos has a staff. That's blood.
But he can slow down enemies.
Oh, and then Edith's. No, Edith's.
I was gonna say Edith might be
Edith's-
the best one for that because of the whole fire thing, the fire
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Person made of ice meet person made of fire.
Okay.
Is it Edith versus Gunlong then?
No,
What?
Edith?
what?
No, wait. What does Silver's book do? Like,
I have
right?
spells.
Can't you? Is it just your spell book? Because it's a memory. I thought it was something more than that.
I kind of showed it off.
Yeah, I mean, you can influence emotion.
Yes.
I remember earlier, but I'm just thinking like.
I
don't know.
cannot
I wonder if there's
influence
something-
action. I cannot be like
influence.
Gunlong surrenders.
Yeah. I wonder if you can make him like horrified though, or something.
Or like take pity.
Yeah. I think there's a lot you could do with the book.
I would probably need
yeah.
to not be in the fight though. Influence from the outside.
That's fine. Either way, yeah. I don't know what your capabilities are as.
I am a wizard. I will die from one hit.
Okay.
Ben, what's
You
your
are
health
a
right now?
wizard, so will they.
Well, I just got healed. I got 32.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
yeah, try that to my 22. I think I'm squishier than Ouronos because wizard.
That's fun.
I think that there should. I do think that we should definitely meet those people before we actually go into the fight, though.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Size them up.
some level of sussing them up,
Mm-hmm.
being like,
And like, but there are ways to even like roleplay. Like, hey, Simon can get away with a lot of things. Oh my gosh, I keep on getting told that you're really weird. What makes you weird? You're just
Nah,
kinda
if
seem
you're
old.
with me, I could see you being all like, hey, Samantha, he's old. You like old things.
Yeah, someone like there are definite ways to approach it, but more so like seeing if baiting them to see what is explicitly like that old guy. See if we can bait him into using his ability, like showing
Yeah.
off a bit.
I mean, in a dark world, get someone else to fight him. Throw someone else in front of the guy. Especially if someone else challenges him while we're here and we can see it.
Go around, try to hype somebody up to challenge them, see how they do. That's kind of fucked
That's
up.
yeah,
like,
that's
damn.
no.
I am saying it's fucked up. I'm just saying it's a thought.
Do note that we are always working under the restriction of Simon cannot lie unless they are wearing the mask. So how much do you want Simon to use the mask?
Trying to think though, like other thoughts are like sparring. Would he ever be involved in sparring?
There was the
Cartman?
sparring grounds. We didn't visit them, but that did exist. But something tells me that the top two next to Gunlong wouldn't just be fancying about there. But we could always check.
Like
But could
the
you-
captain of the
yeah, could you
guard
just, like-
might, but I doubt anyone else would be.
Oh. Yeah. I have so many bad ideas.
You are blind if you really wanted to. I'm sure you could just wander to the throne room.
I was just thinking of like, is there ways to see the abilities before we have to deal with them? But I don't think like even seeing things are going to necessarily get us more information than what we currently have.
Fair.
I've-
Well,
We also
I think
don't
that the
have
confirmation.
I don't
Sorry.
think we even have to fight them right away. We could even like try to go kill more monsters for more memories if we wanted. Probably.
Mhm.
We could.
Yeah. My thought too is like, I think we need like something.
So hear
You
me
know.
out. What if we went and killed enough monsters until Ella was just like, "Fine, you guys level up."
But
Power
first of all,
leveling.
I don't know how much one level's gonna do.
Next session is just a training montage.
I mean, it's not
As
a
long
bad
as you give me
idea.
warning before your training montage, like you guys can make your own decisions.
I see.
I need another sword. Like,
Oh, were you built as a dual wielder?
yeah.
Oh no.
I'm
You
like
coulda-
nerfed. Half of
Simon
my hits
has
are
two
nerfed.
has two things. You could have asked for one.
I could have mentioned that. I could have given you the stick.
Yeah, it would have been
Big.
so nice to have known that by now.
Hey, don't worry about it. Do you know what Ben's class is?
Nope.
I assume
No.
rogue or ranger. Actually, I'm gonna
It's
guess
so
ranger
funny.
at this point. Fighting style two-handed or dual wielding.
I'm giving no spoilers. You'll figure it out. But yeah, I am a dual wielder. I had dual wielding in the real world, and then I had my other sword got yeeted because we got into the nightmare.
Isn't there this like swashbuckling bard class?
I do have spells. That's true.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out if it was bard or ranger.
Yeah. I don't even remember all of the spells he'd use, because that would help.
It's been so long since we've cast spells.
I cast
Lilith,
spells more often.
Lilith, I can't use half my spells because they're sight-based. I talked to Ella about it, and we were like, "Oh, oh well."
Are you did you not get the option to change those spells out?
We had a conversation, and I think I was like, "It's fine."
That's
Well, it would
just
also
funny. That's
de-
pure comedy.
it would depend on how the class is like structured. As like, you know, there's druid who just like knows everything and they can just switch it out whenever. Whereas like wizard needs to actually like learn them kind of deal.
Mhm.
But
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I don't remember how ranger, but bard explicitly knows X amount of spells, and they choose those spells. That's what new spells they get on level up. And just like, oh, I want new spells. Sucks to suck.
oh wait, bard can't learn new spells with each level up?
Yeah, you can.
They do, but that's the only way.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's why magical secrets is like part of their class.
Hmm.
Gets them that extra panache and flavor.
I do have. I will say one of my favorite spells that I keep like wanting to use is Charm Person, but it also needs sight.
Oh my gosh.
See, here's the thing: Charm Person is a great spell for 1 minute.
Yeah, I know. I think it wouldn't be.
You're a bard. Ha, ranger
Nothing-
can't learn charm person.
Uh-huh. I think one of the things is
Arcane Trickster could.
like Charm Person. Yeah, like it could be used, but it would have to be smart enough. to,
Like, here's the thing: if you only need that 1 minute, it's a goaded spell. If it works, it's like if you only need that 1 minute to make that person your best friend and get them to spill their secrets, and then, well, I was already gonna fight you to the death anyway. So I kind of just sped up the process, you know? Like, hey, Gunlong, how do your powers work? Good old buddy, old pal, old friend. Oh, then my best friend of all time. Well, this is how everything works. I'm blah 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 blah. 1 minute later, damn. Well, time to fight to the death.
Yeah. I mean, if we get the right person to like give items or get items, but it feels like we have access to all of that. It's now just like, how do we fight?
See, the thing is, though, is that like we have access to what was her name again? The magical
Aiko.
person. Aiko, yeah, we have access to Aiko. Though what I am trying to avoid though is the whole standard thing of going out and grinding to get enough memories to buy cool things.
Grinding is boring.
Yeah, it's boring and it
I
seems
will
like
say right now, if
against
you
the point.
guys decide that's the path that you're going, we'll do some level of blanket rolls for it, and we won't actually play out the entire like thing of grinding. But you guys can basically decide how long you're grinding for, how much time you're going to be spending in the city, and like what that's going to look like, and then we'll do like a montage kind of.
Yeah. Well, if we were gonna do that, I think that we would. I would just ask. It would be more so towards something that I think the entire party agrees on. If we get this and then we go.
Well, you at least want your mouse, right? If the spell works.
Yeah, I would love to have Sin in here, but that was so the primary reason I wanted Sin is because I'm going to put my shadow in the throne. I wanted a second familiar running around the castle so I could spy on 2 places at once. But like that doesn't seem fully necessary.
I see.
Given the state of things.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted your mouse because the mouse helps you.
Well, also, familiars can take the help action in combat, and that's a way for me to get sneak attack.
I see. Huh.
Like it serves a combat purpose, but the issue is that it's also a very squishy familiar, so it goes away pretty quickly. It does mean that the enemies waste an action in the action economy on getting rid of the familiar.
I'm kind of feeling like maybe we should level up to level 5. And then just battle. Unless there's like an item that we need.
Well, very specifically, there's 2 pieces of information that we can solidify still. What the heck is there anything actually special? Because Madam Song mentioned, yeah, I don't think I could pierce that armor. What about it makes it so hard to pierce? Is it just, this is just good armor, or is there a magical thing about it? Is there a way to subvert
No, it sounds like he's literally almost made of liquid gold, and like that almost acts as his armor.
That's just wild. In which case, yeah, well, how do you even harm that then?
Or if he can control like melting something, maybe he can be somewhat immune to his own ability and just melts gold on his body all day.
Maybe. And that could be just like, how do you melt that person's insides? It's just his melting ability. Yeah, I ate the melt fruit. What is this? Anyway. There's so many unsureties that I feel like if I wasn't playing Simon, I'd be begging the party, come on guys, let's do some reconnaissance, let's do some things to help narrow this down. So I'm going to do it here. There's definite information we could at least attempt to gain.
Right. I guess my thing is it feels like we've asked every single person we've run into for information, and we've gotten this exact same information over and over again.
Yeah.
So unless we're sitting, the problem is the people that have the information are the people themselves. So unless there's some way we can get the information from Gunlong, from Harris, from whatever the other guy's name was, then I don't know if we're going to be able to get more.
Well, that's coming up with a way to observe and get the information for ourselves, not through asking people for that information, but through scientific study.
Let's say we watched them kill someone. What are we going to get that Lady Song didn't already tell us?
That's fair.
I want there to be an answer for the get more information via reconnaissance, but I don't think there is. I think it's either better items, or we need to think of a way thinking outside of the box that we can to knock them out before we get into the 1v1 or weaken them.
Well, the answer to the question of they are the ones with the information. Well, the answer to that is do some role play and talk to them.
Yeah, I also think
see what little we can.
It sounds like they don't really talk to people, though.
No, they will not talk about it.
It's not abilities, I think. Let me say this. Okay, if we're doing reconnaissance, it's not about their abilities, it's about their characters.
That's fair.
What can we use from who they are to get to them, and not how can we get around their...
And maybe I be told then, the idea where it's just well, if we could just... Now, granted, Jacob was sitting there going, there's no way you're going to convince a king to become a toll booth collector. Like
Oh, what? I see.
that's not gonna happen. If we were to convince Gunlong to open the portal, he's not sticking around anymore.
Yeah.
It's
I
with
mean,
the implicit idea that he goes through the portal, and it's with assurances that he faces zero repercussions from Song.
okay, why is he standing in the way? He's standing in the way because he thinks he can benefit from people while no one can leave, right?
Yeah,
So my other
he
thought
can.
was too is like, can we convince him to be like, we can leave. We have the keys to leave. Help us.
Does he want? Well, this is where it's his character thing. Does he even want to?
Yeah.
Because the way that Song said it is just like, no, he found a position of power, he got comfortable, and he kind of likes the status quo.
And like you said,
Right.
he's
'Cause-
kind of scared of Clan Song. What could happen to him?
Mhm. It's more of just like, if he was actually interested in leaving, he wouldn't be killing every person that challenged him. He'd be in the training grounds getting stronger himself.
Or like
He'd
training
be
other people.
he'd be
Yeah.
recruiting those people. I see Night light up, but I don't hear Night.
I'm not saying anything. I'm thinking
Oh.
just like, yeah.
I don't think he's interested in leaving.
He's not interested in leaving. He wants to stay where he is in a position of power. Then yeah.
I think that there is definite a case to be made that it sounds as though everybody that isn't him and like the people that directly benefit from the power that he has are all just like, yeah, I'd be down to leave. So it's killing him is more of a status thing than it is a necessity. So the idea of he disappears could also actually work.
So you're
Like,
just
functioning. What's the difference between us now and us after we beat him? Allah lets us level up? Maybe. But it's also one of those things where if we beat him and his left and right hands, and they're gone and they're dead, and then we rally the people and we make the assault, we could have already have done that and just been like, fuck those three people. We could all just leave anyway.
But it sounds like he does have a lot of people under him who just
Yeah.
won't rally behind us either.
Yeah, that won't rally behind us without him gone. That is also the case. The material conditions do not functionally change, though, only the perceived conditions.
Or like there's a lot of people who are like, if you get like without this leadership, I would totally do it. Like Aiko has said that, Session has said that. So it's like
Guys, let me just say, this sounds so much like when, like, dang. Trust me, guys, socialism will work this time after we talk about it for the 500th time.
oh, jeez. But yeah, you were also saying
It's
like
like,
he disappears. Like, are you suggesting kidnapping? Just be like, yeah, you just need to be gone
Yes.
for a couple of hours or a day.
Yeah, I'm explicitly mentioning kidnapping. Throw him into but if we are able to physically overpower and kidnap him, just toss him in the ocean. Actually, he fought a sea monster. Chances are he has some ocean thing.
That's if that's true. If that's true. That's why I was wondering where the bones are to like check it out.
Ooh, fair point.
But yeah, no, they don't know where the bones are.
It's like there was that thing underneath the city that Simon annoyed for the shiny key.
Yeah, but that was like a bone snack, if I remember correctly.
That was, but just like, if we're gonna kidnap him, we need a place to keep him is the thing.
Give him
And
the
it all
bone
goes down
snack.
to, if we're able to kidnap him, we're able to kill him. So just kill him anyway.
With kidnapping, wouldn't you just need to like sneak up behind him, bap him on the head, tie him up?
Yeah, but at that point we could just kill him while he's tied up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. No, like, I mean, and this is gonna be me speaking with mechanically to knock somebody out with D&D, you need to deal non-lethal damage to them till they make them reach unconsciousness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
So if you're
So if you're able to not make their HP reach 0 non-lethally, their whole thing is, oh yeah, we need you to go away. You might as well just deal the lethal damage and not have to deal with them ever again. Like, unless we are morally opposed to killing, which Simon is not. And based off the way that the rule goes and how the power system is structured, something tells me that, yeah, we knocked him out. Won't really fly in the face of how these people have been trained in society to respect power. Ella, you must be having so much fun listening to all this.
Oh, it's a great time. I got food. I'm eating like it's popcorn, and I'm just listening to you guys. Look, there are so many ways that you guys could go about doing this, and I'm just interested in seeing what like creative nonsense you guys come up with. So,
Hear me out. Ouronos dresses up as like a deity, and we convince him that God is real.
Oh, there are the like drawings of the different gods that we know of.
Weren't they talking about how all the gods were dead, though?
Do we know that though?
No.
I could have sworn that it was mentioned that all the gods are dead.
We were talking about how gods can die.
I swear to the dead gods, we were talking about how all the gods are dead. mainly because it pinged Simon in his head of, wait a minute, yeah, that makes sense because Mom is dead.
Because then we also ran into the goddess of the moon. The big
Yeah,
lady?
the moon is
I just call her
alive.
Star Lady.
Yeah, like as
We
far
could
as we know,
just-
she's
wait,
still
hear me out.
alive and doing something.
We do maybe still have the nest boat. We could just leave.
Our
All this
nest boat?
work and prep
Did
that-
you tie it
all-
down? It could be gone.
That's true. It could be. We could find another boat. We could make a boat and leave. And all this work that Ella went through, poof.
Yeah, but we can't leave because the mountains to the south are like called the Mountains of the Lost or something. People don't return from those mountains.
So we get TPK'd. Oh well.
Maybe them not returning is them going home.
True.
Okay.
This has to be like the easiest way I've ever seen a party to just get annihilated. Like, I don't think I've seen it just feels like someone's dying. Like,
Party wipe time.
I guess not a wipe. It just sounds like one of us isn't gonna make it out of this. Like,
I'm okay with that.
I have backup characters that are even sillier.
I don't
I
have backup character.
I don't have a backup character. I could make one. I'd be a
I'm
little
sure I could
sad.
make one as well. Like this
I'd be
character
very
is
sad
one
to
I've
lose
rolled
Simon.
before. Like I've used it before. But yeah, I
I'd
found
be
it.
sad to lose Simon, but
There's-
also I don't like asking DMs to not kill my characters.
Yeah, like fully kill me if it's relevant to the plot, but I will be mad because there's long-term things that I have going.
I don't
Which is-
expect to kill any of you guys unless you do something really stupid, and at that point, it's your own fault. Just so you know.
Ben's dying.
Look, Simon has an intelligence of 8, and Jacob's intelligence is much lower.
I don't believe that. Jacob thinks of things that Simon could not even comprehend.
It is a bit funny when I start. There have been multiple times, especially this session, where I started to talk and be like, Simon wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I found it. There are
So
ruins
I
that
chime in,
depict
Jacob, what was that?
gods,
Nothing.
but like there's no indication that they're dead. There's the god of heart, shadow, sun, war, storm, and beast. But there's
Yeah.
been nothing about if they're live, if they're dead.
Sorry, she's really cranky.
Oh,
Food.
beans.
Beans. Hang on.
Beans.
Beans tax.
Aw.
I love her. Oh,
She's so meow.
What if we bribe Ella with as many cat pictures as possible to give us answers?
oh dear. That's a dangerous game.
She likes being
The
held
little
like
cry
this.
that she
She's
gave
a
to
weirdo.
I love
Uh-huh.
her.
I
She's
need to.
being a
Oh fuck! I have to
menace.
sit up and get to my computer to see the beans tax.
It's gone.
It's too late.
You missed
The beans
it.
is gone.
Well,
Hang
Jacob's gone, so unless you're sending a picture.
They
on.
go crack.
I was gonna screenshot just this image.
Oh my gosh, beans!
It's beans. She's cranky.
She has so much to say.
I love her.
Oh, also me having to leave mid session, that was probably a level 5 emergency.
I don't know what that means.
Out of what?
5 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay.
And
still don't
I did
quite
say
know.
my hair was a 3 to 2 emergency. Thank you very much. I did not say it was a bad emergency. Sorry, I just remembered this because I still had my headphones on as I walked away muted. I will defend myself here.
And I went, oh, and then I saw 3 out of 10, and I was like, huh? And then that was what you presented me with.
Yeah, it was a 3 out of 10 emergency. It was actually probably honestly a 2 out of 10.
If it's on the emergency scale, I worry that it's more of an emergency than what I think that you consider to be on the emergency scale.
And look, any problem I have is an emergency. I deserve to have the perfect life.
There's your stinky food. Stinky baby.
Thank you.
I wonder.
Do we have access to a bow?
No.
Boat or bow?
Bow.
Because we do need to find a bow to make use of that quiver still.
Yeah.
I think we would need to check with Aiko, but it's also who can even use bows.
I can.
Ven can.
True, it is a rogue thing.
You
I mean,
are
so can-
next to monk dex based, rogue dex based.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck Ven is dex based.
Bard.
Chances are they can use the dex based weapon.
I can use it, but I don't have a proficiency in it because it's
Do
not a
monks
martial
have
weapon.
Ones.
Unless we
What
find
kind
a
of-
martial bow.
Longbows.
I can do.
Are those martial?
I'm pretty sure.
I can do light
I
crossbows, but
think
my
that-
strength is junk.
I think that Ben, with all of his blindness, will be great with a bow.
Yes.
Hey, I don't fully understand how the blindness works, but they're able to see creatures when they attack. So
It's true. I think Ven can make it work.
Roll a d4 to see if you hit your party or not.
you know what? Actually, hey Ella, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can we make this campaign into Roll20 and you just keep Ven on a permanent black map?
No, that's funny.
I'll send Night just black screenshots of the void.
Yeah.
Like you've been Shadow Realmed, kid.
No, you haven't done that yet.
I'm sorry, what?
Shadow realmed. We're in the
Never gone
nightmare
to the
realm.
Shadow Realm.
That's
Yeah.
true. We aren't in the Shadow Realm. You know what I love about the Shadow Realm? It was purely an excuse by the English dub of Yu-Gi-Oh to not say the word "you're gonna die." I will kill you. It would be sick if Simon got the ability to send people to the Shadow Realm, but I don't think Ella's gonna give me that. Maybe they do.
I mean, you can just make them blind. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
True. Look, I could just tell ladies, Madam Song, my real name and see what happens.
What if you put your shadow on top of somebody?
Did you try that?
I don't know. I've been curious about that actually. I've been trying to think about ways to use that in combat.
Like theoretically they'd just be like in shade, but would they be like? It'd be cool if they were blinded.
I think it
would
would
be.
depend on how dark the shadow is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Silver's
I mean,
book is
if I'm doing
What
that,
do you mean I'm
casting the darkness spell
broken?
anyway.
What? You said I'm broken. What the heck?
Actually,
I think your book is the best weapon we have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said I think your book is smart. Like I think like whatever we do, we need you to be manipulating something.
I see. There is a limit to it, so I
How high a
can.
level do you think the enemy is? In
No
terms of
idea.
spell casting. Okay, sorry. What you were explaining your book? Finally.
I was just gonna say there's a limit, but so I can't use it on all three of them.
Right. I think we could like the ones that seem most relevant would be like
Gunlong.
Gunlong or Horus, right?
Hear me out. What if you wrote into the book, Gunlong repents for his sins and decides to rally the town again to
It's
open
not
the
gonna
portal?
work.
Or Gunlong
Damn.
feels remorseful.
What if you just Death Note him?
I can't.
Yeah, Death Note. Put his name in the Death Note.
I
Say
can't.
Gunlong dies.
I can't.
Could like
Why
some of my thoughts
can't
were, like,
you?
could you make him so like mad that he's sloppy, or so tired that he's sloppy, or so like
I can affect his emotions, not his actions.
You
upset?
can affect his emotions?
Yeah, like
What if he has a
so,
really strong emotion to jump off a bridge?
like
Exactly.
I think like anger or exhaustion would be really good, or like anxiety. No, maybe not anxiety, but like
Anxiety.
depression. Like any of these that would just
Make him
make
depressed.
him all-
Panicked.
panicked. Yeah, like I think any of these
Gunlong
could be
feels severe existential dread.
severe existential dread. Yeah, like just enough. Like you know what I mean. Like something like that could like allow a free round on him for sure in D&D. Potentially more, but
There are limitations. That is all I'm gonna say.
I mean, yeah.
By the way, if we do some level of montage where you guys are spending a bunch of time on the Forgotten Shore, like basically like fighting monsters and trying to like, get more memories and all those things, I will let you guys, if you want to be like, I take this time where we're here for X number of weeks or however long you're taking to do this, to like also research like what I can do with the book and stuff like that. And we can roll for things like that too if you're taking an extended amount of time. So
Ooh. Fuck. Then why did I put my shadow in? I'm not going to be able to do that with my shadow just in the throne room.
What?
Huh?
Oh, I suppose I could.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
depends on how long you're gonna be there, because like you're not only gonna be fighting monsters realistically. You can tell me other things that you want to do if you're doing like time lapse and what we're gonna get done. We'll just do it as a montage, and I'll like figure out what you learned and what you want to be doing.
And
Wait,
like
I'm a rogue.
think
I
that's-
can just steal shit.
I think it makes sense.
Here
to
I
do,
am trying to be an honest man.
like okay, wait, just realistically, getting to level 5 would probably be smart, right? Like it's gonna unlock
Yeah.
spells.
Yes,
for our
but I'm
wizards.
uncomfortable with that because that is the mechanic of a game and not, something our characters be like, I need to level up.
Yeah, no, but like if like Ella said though, if it's like okay, we're gonna spend X amount of time figuring out how Silver uses the book, how
you could also have it
how Ben
as
fights blind. You know what I mean? Like things like
yeah,
that matter.
figuring stuff out like that, getting more memories.
This isn't just like leveling up. It's learning your character learning something. That's what
That's true.
leveling up is.
And then we could
And, like-
we could say too, like maybe we come in the castle a few more times to see like especially if we hear that someone's challenging Gunlong.
And if
then
Simon
we're happy.
actually wants a rapier, you're gonna need to get some memories to exchange with Aiko to get a rapier.
A rapier is a long-term goal. I'll be
I
100%
see,
honest.
okay.
He just wants them because it's what all the rich people have.
Would he actually want like an actual like weapon instead of the mandible
Wait,
he's
Oh, 100%
fashioned?
yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which you could get from Aiko.
We should get all of us actual weapons at some point.
Yeah.
Though I think only Simon's the one still rocking non-weapons.
Well, I have the like little pincers I made into daggers, but those are it's not my
You also sell
main
spells.
thing. Exactly, yeah.
Before I
Yeah, I
got
think-
the staff, I was just rocking my horns.
I mean, that's fair.
And your feet.
Yeah.
The
It
My
may.
2 cents is, I think, time a little bit of a time skip. If like if Ella's like level 5 would take you 2 years, then okay, maybe not. Like, but like being realistic, like at least a few months makes sense.
Maybe not a few months, like a month or 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Especially if we want to try and
Ooh.
get people real weapons.
Did you just close the door on me?
Yeah, it definitely depends on like I guess like some of the interest or some of
You're
the two would be
sassy
like how
little
much is value, you know? Like if we kill like 5 monsters a day, how many like basic monsters are going to equal something that's worth
Yeah.
a rapier? Because I don't have that scale, but like that could easily be a month.
I
and
think
then
it would
maybe
also
longer
depend
for
if it's magical, or if it's probably a memory actually, so it's probably going to be at least decent. But there could be like rapier memories that do magic damage, that don't do magic damage, and so that could also depend on its cost.
That do emotional damage.
Is there another
That's
area?
what we have silver for.
Exactly.
Okay, wait, another thought. Is there an area within the realms of this city that has like stronger monsters? Like not the night, like okay, maybe the night, but like something else too that we could then be like we're gonna also stack ourselves with like echoes.
Would
Right?
we know that?
Do we know if there's
I have no idea.
like that's worth looking into too? If there's like an area that's like, oh yeah, there's this like kind of strong, semi-strong monster that we can go kill, and then maybe get better gear.
Out of curiosity, hey Ella,
Yeah.
if Simon got an echo, would Simon be able to like through like weird magic mumbo jumbo also be able to perceive through the echo senses?
You don't know. You don't have an echo.
That's fair.
Silver, but
Hey
if
guys,
you want, you can make me a
guys,
history check for the area that of the monster types.
Where's my skills history?
You could take 4 turns on your turn if you got an echo.
Dirty
guys,
20.
hear me out.
30-20. You know that the city has a wide range of monsters. You just fought some of the basic ones in the street. You did run into the night. You can imagine that there are probably some more like, you know, more aggressive ones or like more difficult ones to fight that are just sort of sprawled out, whether you can find them or not. You also recall the giant bone thing that was in the sewers.
Yep.
Okay.
The thing that Simon got upset, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that could be worth going back and.
I don't know about that thing.
You're a wizard.
Really?
You deal AoE damage. We'll be fine.
Eh.
I mean, again, if we're a good way to level up, but also like be like, all right, can we get something off of it that could then be worth a rapier or be, you know, again, if we have another echo that's another sword saint, that could be really helpful if we have to fight Kung.
If we are gonna grind and be like, yeah, let's like grind for some stuff and get like cool memories and be here for a month. I do want a capstone fight at the end of it that we actually do.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
We will do a capstone fight, I agree. So basically, this is how it'll go. Let me just like lay it out for you. You guys are gonna tell me more or less, like, like we want to hit this level, or this is what we want to get done, like this is our threshold, or you're gonna tell me this is how long we want to spend here. Like we're spending 2 months period, we're cutting it off there. And I'm basically gonna tell you like this is what you can like kind of accomplish in this amount of time. Or if you say like level 5, I'll basically be like, here's how long you have to spend here to get to level 5. Here's how long you have to spend here to get to level 4, and then you guys could kind of pick and choose. From there, I'm gonna have each of you basically tell me like, what do you want to get done in this like month or 2 months or however long it ends up being that you're spending here, like beyond just fighting things. Like, are you going for memories? Are you specifically trying to trade with Aiko? Are you doing research in the ruins? Are you trying to learn about your spell book? Like what are you doing to like, and what multiple things are you doing to like sort of work on all this stuff? And we'll go through some level of roles for like how strong of memories you find, if you find any echoes, like what you learn about the book, you know, and the roles will determine some level of outcome for some of the things and what you get, but you will get some level of things over the course of time. And then from there, we'll do some level of capstone fight, and then we'll flash back to wherever you guys are currently. So there will be some housekeeping in whatever session you're doing, but you like I encourage you all to come in and think about like, here are the things that I want to accomplish in like the month or however long we're gonna be there.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, anyone who wants to make me a history check about echoes.
Yeah.
I want to.
Oh boy, history check.
Sure.
Okay.
I've rolled
It's
so
as much
garbage today. Oh, well, hell yeah.
13.
More
Basically-
garbage.
18.
5.
Ben, you don't know.
Okay.
You have one and you don't know.
I don't know.
Silver, you said 13?
Yes.
You think it's maybe telling that of all the people that you've run into, Ven is the only one that you've seen with an echo.
Okay.
Simon and Ouronos, you guys recall there being some talk about how memories are like somewhat commonplace. The like rarer ones are harder to come by. You have to like, defeat stronger things for like rare and better memories. For the most part, that's not always true. But echoes are very few and far between, and people find them incredibly rare, and they're very, very expensive for what they are, because they're hard to come by. And there's
see.
no rhyme or reason to what they drop from or why, and people don't really know.
The main reason I brought up echoes was mainly as a joke. Basically, I have the ability to perceive through my familiar senses. You know how that works. But
Yeah.
because of my pact and my Eldritch invocations, I can perceive through those senses as long as they are on the same plane of reality. So anyway, do you guys want to get me 100 echoes and we set up a surveillance state with a 12-year-old at the center?
Yes. Yes, I do.
That's so unhinged.
Well, not even 12. The more and more I roleplay Simon, I was like, nah, this guy's 8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he
Maybe
does-
For
7.
your Benjamin
I think
buttoning,
he's-
Simon.
Yes.
He feels young.
Because, like, here's the thing. What 12-year-old wants uppies? Or gets uppies? Now give that to a 7-year-old? Maybe.
It's what?
Uppies.
Puppies. Yeah.
If they had the opportunity to fly, they would want uppies, yeah?
I want uppies.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
A 12-year-old might think that they're too cool for uppies, though.
I think
See,
that'd
Simon
be more like
doesn't
a
think he's
13
too
to
cool yet,
14-year-old,
though.
I
Simon
don't think
hasn't
Simon
reached that
thinks
phase
he's
yet.
cool.
Simon doesn't think he's cool. He knows he's the best thing ever. Like, he did Madame Song a favor by letting her talk to him. Well, it kind of sounds like we're all on board with the do a little grind session thing.
Yeah. It's just gonna come down to maybe we should just like post some ideas to be like what type of like surveillance or information do we want to try to gather about
Mm-hmm.
Gunlong and crew?
Since Jeff's not here, figure out how long we want to do it for as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be really helpful both for you guys and for me if you want to just like in the general chat, just like basically like post a bunch of information like of stuff that you're looking for. Like Lilith, if you're like, I want to research my book, like throw that in there. If you're like,
Mhm.
we want to look for a rapier memory specifically, or work with Aiko to find one, like put that in there. The more information that I have for you guys, the more I can actually prepare things that you can learn or that you can have and stuff like that. So throw it all in there and then have a discussion about how long you want to spend there, either in a set amount of time or like a set amount of level. And I'll give you that range,
Yeah, so I'm just
Sounds good.
I'm here for
Mhm.
Jeff.
Sounds good. All right then. I think it's time to head off to bed then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night,
Yeah.
Lilith.
Good night.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.